from the back end. Okay, so now we will not talk about how to access it because it will get confused now. Around 11:30 again we will also talk about the registration once again, and also we will talk about how to access this LMS. After that you can also start marking your attendance. Okay, so but now if you have not registered it, please kindly ensure you are registering before 11 o'clock, so that when when we talk about how to access the LMS at around 11 o'clock, you will also understand how to do that. But now I hope like you got you got an understanding how to register in the LMS. Maybe I can also talk about that once again. So once you click the link, you will be directed to this page. Once you come to this page, don't go to this registered tab, just scroll down. There'll be some basic information, basic questions are there, just fill that. Scroll down, there will be a baseline impact. Baseline impact is basically we ask in the beginning of the training program as well as the end of the training program, just to understand the impact of our training program. Once you fill all these questions, scroll down and declare yourself, and then you can submit it. That's it, the registration is done. And now around 11 or 11:30 we will talk about how to access this, because from the back end we have to approve all your registration. So I'm waiting for others also to register. Once all of you registered, we will approve all your registration, and then around 11:30 you can start accessing your LMS. So if you have any questions on how to register on the LMS, I can respond to you. I know like a lot of people having question how to access, but please wait for some more time. Around 11:30 I'll also explain you about that. But now, do you have any questions on registration? We can talk about that. If no, we can jump into the technical session. But I'll wait for a few seconds. Good. So I hope like there is no question on registration. So no need to raise your hand. You can also unmute you. You can also talk in case if you have any question. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Sir, the link which is for registration, when I click, it says it is closed right now.
Sir, I think you are talking about the Google Form registration. It is already closed. If you have not done the registration, no problem. From now onwards, we will consider this LMS registration only. So LMS registration is not closed, it's open only, sir.
Okay.
For LMS registration, I will mention the link in the chat box. Sorry, I didn't mention that. I'll mention the link in the chat box now. Just a minute.
Hello, sir. I have a question,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I have already registered in that link, but how do we know that it is registered or not? Like that time I got a message that you are registered, but I'm not sure.
Yes, ma'am. In that case, like it will be registered, don't worry. But around 11:30, once we approve all the registration, we will also send you the Excel sheet in the WhatsApp group mentioned which are the people have registered in the LMS. So we will be basically mention the name as well as the mail ID, because people also sometimes forget like which mail ID they have used to register. So what we do, once we approve all the registration, we will also put the message in the WhatsApp group, the list of participants with their name and the mail ID. Which talks about the registered people. Yeah.
Understood, sir.
So again now, yes, thank you, ma'am. So here again, I'm mentioning the LMS registration link in the chat box. You can also use that. Okay. I hope like people and yeah, one more question is like in case if any of participants have already attended our any of our other training program, because we do a lot of other faculty development program under different projects and different program. In case if you've already attended any other training program from EduNet, please don't use the same registration or same LMS, because for every batch we use a different LMS. Different batches. So kindly ensure, even if you attended the training program earlier, please ensure you are registering in the LMS once again by the link which was given in the chat box, and also use a different mail. For example, if you use like abc@gmail.com earlier, the same mail ID will not be accepted now. So different mail ID. So please ensure you're using great. I hope now you got very good clarity about this LMS.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I am not from AICT affiliated college. Should I get the certificate?
But sir, how did you get this information about this training program?
I got the mail.
No, we send a mail only to the AICT colleges.
No, I am not from. Previously, I was from AICT affiliated college, but now I am not from. AICTE
But
affiliated college.
we can figure this out. We can take this question individually. Whether I mean about the certificate, we can talk about this individually. But yeah, now you can attend this program. We will figure it out like what to do, sir. But yeah, so
Thank you.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Sir,
So
excuse
with
me,
this,
sir.
I'll take. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Sir,
ma'am, or sir.
Sir, I am Dr. Srigesh Nambudiri. Sir,
Yeah.
you told that for different programs you should use different mail IDs. So, if
Yes.
sir, I am going to attend your program for the next 2 or 3 times, I should create 3 email IDs.
Exactly,
It
sir.
is not possible. It is not possible, sir.
But sir, why do you want to
And
attend the
it
same
is not
training
legal.
program,
It is
sir?
legally. It is
Again
not.
and
It is,
again.
sir. Legally, it is not good also, sir.
Sir, again, I think this is very, I mean, specific question to you. We can also take this question separately. But what I'm trying to say, for example, sir, if you have a IRCTC portal, I'm just taking an example. You can't have a same mail ID and you can't register like
Sir, we
multiple
are
login
using
ID in
we are
IRCTC.
using
Like,
the same
sir,
IRCTC
sir, please,
login
wait,
portal. Okay.
sir, wait. I haven't completed. So for any login, you can't use a multiple, I mean, same mail ID for different purpose. So here, what I'm saying is, I know a lot of people have attended our batch 1 again, like they're also attending our batch 11. So the same training program they're attending, in that case, they can't use the same mail to register. If you feel like you can't use the same mail ID, then my request is like, I'm not saying like other training program, but the same training program. In EduNet, we are doing this training program, multiple batches. I know there are a lot of people attend the multiple batches also. If you're attending the same batches, I mean like same training program, then the same mail ID will not be useful because for registering in the LMS, you have to have a different mail ID.
You are telling that for cloud computing only, right?
Exactly.
If another program you are conducting, we can use the same mail ID, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
That
that's
will
what
be a
I'm.
different LMS altogether. Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir, again for asking that question. Now, there was a mistake. I mean,
Okay, thank you, sir, for your clarification.
yeah. So now I think we can also move to this. There was one question from Atul Kumar, sir, but I'm not able to understand. But sir, kindly ensure like you have a good internet. Sometimes like if you don't have a proper internet, like it may not also open because already I got like 500 plus registration since yesterday night. So if this is not opening properly, sir, I'm sorry, not Atul Kumar, sir, Anil Kumar, sir. So Anil Kumar, sir, if not opening, please ensure like you have a good internet. You can also try with the different devices or different internet, sir. So now it's almost like 10 o'clock. I think good to move to our technical training session. And now I'm happy to introduce our technical training team also. I would like to
Excuse me, sir,
start
I
with
have a
Shashank. I hope like that. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, sir, we just have to register as of now, or do we have to log in into the LMS? Because there was some
No,
issue with
only the
respect to the
registration.
Wi-Fi, so I missed a little, yeah.
So only the registration you have to do, ma'am. I will tell you how to log in into the LMS around 11:30. Only the registration is happening now.
Okay, so
Isn't
from
it?
10 to 11:30, there is some technical session that you wish to address, right?
The technical session will happen like continuously till 1:30. In between, we will take 10 minutes to talk about the LMS. But technical session will start from 10 o'clock and it goes till 1:30, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse me,
So,
sir.
yeah,
Yesterday I did
Yes, sir.
registration. Is that I do required today also?
No. If you're
Okay,
already done with the registration, no need to do one more registration. We need only one registration. If you're already done with the registration, no need to register again.
Thank you.
Sir, kindly provide recordings of all the sessions.
Definitely, ma'am. By end of today, we will. By today we will definitely provide you the recording session. But now, yeah, I know like you'll be having some question, but please stay with your question. We are just beginning the session. If you still have that question till end of the day, you can also ask the question. But now I am happy to introduce our technical team members. We have a Shashank, who is like subject matter expert, and he's also leading our entire technical team. Shashank, I hope like are you there? Can you say hi to all of us?
Yes. Hey, Sasidan, thank you very much for the introduction. Good morning to all the faculty
Yes.
members. My name is Shashank, and I'm leading this technical team here for this program. I welcome you all for this FDP and hope you will be having a fruitful learning journey for the next 5 days on cloud computing and data analytics. And we will be working and enjoying together. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the FDP again. Thanks.
Thank you, Shashank. And along with Shashank, we also have master trainers, Mr. Anatesan. Anatesan, I would request you to introduce yourself to the team.
Thank you, Saswatan. I hope that I'm audible, right?
Yes, Natesan.
Yeah, thank you. So myself, Natesan Rajan. So I'm working as one of the master trainer in the SETI Foundation. So I hope that the next 5 days it is going to be very beneficial for you. Like we'll be having a lot of hands-on sessions, so like that will be very beneficial for you. So I once again welcome you all. Like it feels, I feel very happy. Like I could see like more than 370 participants have already joined. So thank you for this session.
Great. Thank you so much for that. And we also have one more master trainer, but the trainer is not available today. His name is Elvin. He is also part of our team, and he has been like leading a lot of faculty development program as well as student development program. And he will be available from tomorrow. And I think he will be introducing himself tomorrow when he has been. I mean, once he joined tomorrow. But today we have two trainers. We have a subject matter expert, and also we have a master trainers. And now again, I'll just summarize what we have discussed, and then I'll hand over the session to Shashank and Natesan. So far we have discussed about the introduction about the program, as well as we discussed about the LMS registration. And only the registration will happen now around 11:30. Before we break for a tea, we usually have a tea break for 10 minutes at around 11:30. But before we break for a tea, we will talk about how to access that. Once I informed you, you can access your LMS, and you can also mark your attendance in the LMS. Again, every day you have to mark your attendance by using the LMS. If you are missing the LMS attendance, then it's difficult to get your certificate, because we need minimum 60% of attendance to release the certificate. With this, I'm handing over the session to Shashank and Natesan.
Thank you, Shashwatan. Yes.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I'm from hotel management, right? So this program is meant for hotel management or only for engineering?
Sir, it is for engineering faculty.
Okay, so I can leave. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. So before moving on into the technical parts of this particular FDP, I would like to bring some of the things in front of you that the particular FDP will be related to cloud computing, and cloud computing practicals will be performed on MS Azure portal, right? And we all understand that for performing the cloud practical, we need some Microsoft domain email ID, so that we can add you in the subscription. We have this Azure subscription along with us that we provide to all the faculty members. And when you have the subscription, you can also avail the services of the Azure platform. So you might be aware that there are multiple cloud resource provider, AWS, Microsoft Azure, GCP, and all other things. But we are using Azure platform for conducting this training program, right? So I would let you know the flow of the program. The flow of the program would be it's a 5-day FDP, and on the first day, that is today, we would be starting with the theoretical part of cloud computing for some time. Then we will be moving with the practical part of cloud, right? And on the first day, we would be looking around virtual machines. Then tomorrow, the schedule will be we would be talking about storage accounts and database. Third day, on Wednesday, we would be having one expert session from EY. Along with this, we would be working with the Data Factory, Azure Data Factory. Fourth day, we would be integrating machine learning with the Azure platform, that is Azure Machine Learning. And on day 5, we would be coming in with the data analytics tool, that is Power BI. So this will be the whole schedule of the FDP for the next 5 days. Now, to move forward, we need to provide you the Azure subscription to all the faculty members who are present today, so that you can also avail the services from the Azure subscription. I'm just sharing my screen, and please confirm if it is visible to you.
Yes, sir, visible.
Sure, thanks. So,
It's visible.
yes, thank you, ma'am. I request all the participants to please be on mute. Yeah, thank you. So, moving forward, we would be needing your Outlook domain email ID to provide you the Azure subscription, right? So I will share this sheet with you in some time, right? And what you need to do, you need to write your name here. You need to write your Outlook domain email ID. Now, Outlook domain email ID, we would not be considering any Gmail ID. We would not be considering any college domain email ID, even if it is on a Microsoft platform. So you might have a college domain email ID that is hosted on the Microsoft platform, that we will not be considering. Only Outlook domain ID we would be looking for, right? So if your name is suppose Shashank, so shashank@outlook.com, or similarly, you can create one username, but your domain name should be @outlook.com, right? We would be sending the invitation on this email ID, and we will be adding you in the subscription. When we move into the practical part, I will let you know how to access the subscription, right? So once we provide the subscription to this email ID, I will be sharing my comment here. And if you have any issues in accessing, you can write down your comment here, right? So what we would be need to require, write down your name, write down your Outlook domain email ID. So I'm just sharing one link also in the Teams chat. That would be the link to create your Outlook email ID, right? I am giving you 2 links right now. So first link is to create Outlook domain email ID. I have given you 2 links. First link is to create the domain ID. If you click on this particular link, you will be redirected to the Microsoft platform, and you will be able to create the email ID, right? I'm just sharing my screen again. So I've just shared this link with you. This link, Microsoft Outlook, to create Outlook domain email ID. This link I have given to you. And here you can create your free account, right? You can create your free account with the domain name @outlook.com. Once you have created this particular go to this sheet, write down your name, write down your Outlook domain ID. They will give you the subscription, right? So I would need this email ID in the next 1 hour, so that I can give you the subscription and we can start with the cloud part. I have given the sheet as well. Yes, I have given you both the things. First thing I have given you is the link to create your Outlook domain email ID. And second link, I have given the Excel sheet. You need to write down your Outlook email ID once you have created. We will be sending you the invitation.
Sir, good morning. Can you please send it on WhatsApp group as well? Because I'm unable to post any messages in the group, and I'm not able to see the chats as well.
Same here, sir.
Rasmussen, can you do this, putting both the links in the WhatsApp group?
Sure. So you want to put me the Excel sheet link, and what is the other link? This ID link.
To
Email.
create,
I mean,
how to create Outlook.
Okay. Sure. I'll do that.
See, faculty, there are 2 sheets. First sheet is cloud subscription and second sheet is LMS issues. So you need to write down in the cloud subscription. I can see many faculty members who have written the email ID in the LMS wala page. Don't do this. Please write down your Outlook email ID in cloud subscription sheet. This is the sheet that you need to focus on right now. Cloud subscription. Okay, so we can start with the. I request all the participants to please be on mute. We will be discussing the things, right? So, Natasha, you can start and.
Sir, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Sir, I am unable to create Outlook email ID. I'm not able to. The error message it is showing that the site is temporarily unavailable due to maintenance. Please try again later.
Ma'am, it's working for me. I have just opened the link. Then try
Okay.
again.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, we can start with the things. Notation.
Going also. The site is temporarily unavailable.
Sir, can you please extend the time to get registered in the Outlook email ID?
Ma'am, we will be starting the cloud practicals after 11:30. So by the time you can create your Outlook email ID and we will give you the subscription, because I want when we will be moving with the cloud practical, you should be doing the cloud practicals with us. So that is why we have kept this 1.5 hour to give you the subscription, to give the subscription to all the faculty members. So by the time we will be taking up the theory, I will add you in the cloud subscription and we will start the practicals after the break. So till that time, I will be able to add all the faculty members and you can do the practical simultaneously with us.
Excuse me, sir. I could register, but after the registration steps, I'm getting a screen where it is written, for security reasons, your device or browser cannot connect to the verification server to prove you are not a spammer. Please update your
Ma'am,
device or
you
browser.
can authenticate your account. Maybe you can add your phone number. Or if this is not working, you can also try it in the incognito mode.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, we can start.
Yeah, thank you, Shashank. I hope that I'm audible, right? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible. Yes.
Thank you, Ta. So, like once again, I welcome you all for this first day of this FTP on data analytics using cloud in collaboration with the AICTE and EYGDS. So you all people belong to batch 11. So a very warm welcome to all the participants. Like I could see like more than a kind request for the participants, like kindly mute yourself and please don't turn on your camera so that we can save some bandwidth. Unless and otherwise you have any specific doubts. So like we also have a separate doubt clearing session that will be from 2 to 2:45. So if you have any specific doubt related to the content or any other query that you're having, technical query that you're having, you can join for that session by 2 o'clock. So until then, like unless and otherwise, if it's a very major query, you can please turn off your cameras and you can please mute yourself. So to start up with, let me just introduce myself. So I'm Natesan Rajan. So I'm one of the master trainer at EduNet Foundation. So I have an overall experience of more than 14 years, which includes both teaching as well as industry experience. So I'll be taking today's theory part. So like what I'll do is I'll just turn off my camera so that I can save some bandwidth. So before I start, let me just share my screen. Can someone confirm whether my screen is visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you. So like Shashank, my teammate told like please ensure that you are creating this Outlook account. And please ensure that you're not creating any other account, like you do not share any other your Gmail ID or your college email ID that you might be using for Microsoft account, because that is required for our security purpose. We need only the Outlook account, right? If you have already a Outlook account, please kindly share that in the sheet that is shared by Shashank. So what he'll do is he'll be giving you the subscription. So this FTP, it's not going to be a normal FTP like wherein people will be just talking like here it's going to be more of a practical session. Like people are going to have a hands-on for all the 5 days. To start up with today, we'll be having, like, since it's being the first day, today we'll start up with some kind of a theory. like basics of what is cloud computing. Post that, like we'll have a short break. And before that, I think Shashwatan will brief you about the formalities of LMS, like how to log in LMS and how to mark your attendance. He'll be briefing you about the formalities of that. And post that, we'll have a short break for 15 minutes. And after that, we'll be having this, starting with the first hands-on for today, like how to create a virtual machine using your Azure in your Azure portal. So like tomorrow, we'll be having an hands-on activity, like we'll be dealing with the containers as well as the database. And in the third day, we'll be dealing with like something called Azure Data Factory. In the fourth day, we'll be dealing with the machine learning part, Machine Learning Studio. That's also one of the service using Azure Cloud. And finally, the last day, we'll be having some hands-on practice using your Power BI. That is one of the very important data visualization tools. So in all these 5 days, we'll be having a lot of hands-on. So for the first 4 days, you will be requiring this Azure subscription, because as you might be knowing that it is a paid service. It's not free of cost. So we will be giving you a temporary subscription for this 4 days alone. So for that, like we will be requiring this Outlook. So once after you're sharing that Outlook, our team at the back end, they'll be providing you the subscription. You'll be getting one invite in your email. So once after accepting that invite in the email, that email you'll be obtaining only in your created Outlook email ID. There you'll be getting one invite from our end. Like so-and-so has invited you for this subscription, like that, you'll be getting one invite. Once after accepting the invite, like you'll be able to, like we'll brief you like how to log into Azure portal and how to create the resources, various resources that are required for this FTP. So that is how it goes, right? So I'll just start with the theory content. So as you might be knowing, like, so this FTP is majorly upon this.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes,
Am I
yes.
audible?
Yes,
Sir, I'm still not able to create this Outlook email. I'm not able to. It is showing that the site is temporarily unavailable, and this is one question, major question. And the second question is the Excel file that you have shared, the place for entering our email ID. Here it is the registered email ID on LMS. So the email ID that I have used for registering, it is actually our college ID. So do I need to change that? Hello.
You mean the second part of this, ma'am? This part you're asking.
No, I'm asking
Ma'am.
both the questions. First is I am not able to create that Outlook email ID, that I am not able to create Outlook account. And the second point is the Excel sheet that you have shared. One field for entering registered email ID on LMS. So there I have, registered myself using our college ID. So what should I enter in this field?
These two are completely different, ma'am. This is for
Yes.
the part of the LMS. This you can use any mail ID. Like
no need to change.
Okay, that is fine. But the first question still, persists. That is, I'm not able to create the account.
Are you not getting this page, ma'am? What I'm projecting in my screen? Are you not getting this page?
No, I'm not getting this
second,
page.
I would like
No, I'm not getting.
ma'am,
I'm not getting.
ma'am, actually, same thing has happened with me. I have a college ID. You can open in incognito mode and register yourself, new ID.
Yeah,
Even
that could be
my
some.
college email ID is on Outlook, but you have to create new ID for the betterment, like for FDP resources.
Yes, ma'am.
and working.
Kindly try to log in again, either through incognito mode, or you can use some other browser, or you can use some
You
VPN.
clear
There are
history
multiple
and
options.
use some other browser to
Okay,
do it.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, try using some other browser, or
Okay. So
yeah.
can I use the Safari browser?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
You can use
okay.
any browser for creating that
Thank
Outlook.
you, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
am I audible? Please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. My question is related to the ma'am, as she said. So the heading here is registered. It's just changing. Yeah. Okay. So how many pages do we have in this workbook? I'm not able to find it.
Sir, there are 2 pages were there. Just now I have added 1 page because we don't need that second page now. So only what we have to do in the first sheet, that is a cloud subscription sheet. Maybe I can share my screen.
Yeah, I'm
so-
already sharing it actually. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Natasan. Is my screen
Okay, okay,
visible
okay,
now,
fine.
Natasan?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So see, like this is the cloud subscription sheet. There was another sheet called LMS challenge. I have hide that because like it's creating a lot of confusion now. So
Yeah,
what you have to do now, you have
we
to mention your
submitted-
name.
Yes, we have submitted
you-
that Outlook email ID in that
Ah,
field,
then-
but we
then
are
don't
supposed
worry.
to. Is that no?
Yeah.
We have registered using a different email ID earlier.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we would like to change that. So I got it.
No,
that-
no,
So,
sir. Both
no
are
need to
different
change
process.
No need to change that.
I got it. No, I got it. I said I have written the Outlook email ID in that field.
Okay.
I want to change it to the original email ID using which I have registered.
So no
So
worries, sir. We will not consider that LMS challenge sheet now.
So you will not be
Nothing-
considering that. Okay, that's
Yes.
fine. That's fine.
Yes. So now, participant, now you have to mention your Outlook. I mean, Outlook mail ID. You have to mention your name as well as the Outlook email ID. So basically, we will be providing the Azure subscription. So that is what we need, your Outlook mail ID. So we
Excuse
already
me,
have
sir.
this LMS sheet. We have.
Sir, I'm
We
not
don't
able to.
wait, ma'am. We don't need this LMS sheet now. So I have done that. So now, please. I mean, mention your name as well as your Outlook mail ID here. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'm just stop sharing my screen. I'm sorry, Natasan. I'm extremely sorry.
No issues. No issues.
Yes, ma'am. You are saying something.
Sir, I'm not able to edit the Excel sheet actually. Can you please
You're not-
repost the link?
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, thank you.
So whether the account has been activated or not, because I'm not able to open the Excel sheet.
Participants, if you have joined through your call, if you are joining from your college, there could be some restrictions in your college as well. So kindly ensure that it is not happening. So because if other participants are able to access the links that we are able to share, it means there is no problem from our end. So kindly check from your end. There could be some kind of a restriction from your college. Right. Okay, so once again, I'm telling you, please don't confuse with this two email IDs. One is your email ID that you have used for the registration purpose. That is a different thing. That can be any email ID. It could be your Gmail ID or even it could be your college email ID. So that is fine. But here we are asking you to create an Outlook account that is for you to perform the practical part of this FTP. So which requires Azure subscription. So for providing the subscription, we will be requiring only your Outlook account. That is why we are asking you to create an Outlook account.
Sir, while creating, it is asking for one Gmail ID. Whether we can give a personal email ID in that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is a different thing. Yeah, you can
Sir,
give
we
your
have
Gmail
given, and
ID.
what is the? Yeah, I have given, and it's tried for verification. I have verified also. Now, what is my Outlook email ID?
You would have given no, sir, at the beginning. Here you would have given it, right?
I joined using mobile number.
Sir, it's a simple
On the option use
process where you are creating your email ID. Process where you are creating your email ID on the Outlook domain. That we just need this thing. It will be a temporary account that we will be giving a subscription. Then after this FTP gets over, it's your choice whether you domain email ID or you want to vanish that. We just need an Outlook email ID that you can access, that you can log in. It's a simple account creation on Outlook domain.
So, okay, it is shown. Can I click on my Microsoft account? That is my email ID.
Sir, if you already have an Outlook domain email ID that you can provide, no need to create any new.
I have created right now only.
So that you can give to us, sir. You can paste this email ID, newly created email ID in the Excel sheet. We'll give you the subscription.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I didn't see the activation mail on my registered email ID. And that's why I'm not able to open the Excel sheet.
Attention, we can continue.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
will
kindly
take the queries again after some time. Let's start with the FDP.
Yeah, participants, if you're having any other query, we will be taking your queries after some time. So like it's already like around 10:30 now. So we'll start up with the session. Post that, we'll be taking your queries. So don't worry, we have sufficient time for you to clear all your queries. So whatever query that you're having in your mind, like it can be solved and we have sufficient time. Okay, so let me just start off with the basic theory
Excuse
part
me,
of
sir.
this.
Excuse me, sir. I have one query, please.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not able to verify my Outlook ID. I'm trying many times, but every time it was not verified by Outlook Express.
Ma'am, try changing the
I'm
email
trying
ID for the
changing
verification.
puzzles, but that was not verified by Outlook.
The same problem with me.
Just try after some time.
Try to create after some time. It may be
Okay.
Microsoft is observing multiple hits on the website. That is why it is not considered. Try after some time. We have time.
Okay, thank you.
It will just take 5 to 10 minutes, ma'am. So like you can try after some time, or otherwise you can change the mail ID that you have given for the verification purpose. Or otherwise you can try using different machine. All right, so we'll start out with this theory part of this cloud computing. So can anyone tell me like what is your basic understanding of cloud computing? What is meant by cloud computing from your understanding?
Good morning.
Can someone unmute and tell?
क्लासेस से मतलब हेलो
Yes.
Hello. Yes, sir. Good morning. Cloud computing, it's like that, providing computing resources to all whatever we have cloud computing applications that we can. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That is actually providing number of resources through the cloud computing architectures in kinds of like memories, CPU, then other like resources which is have like created by Azure, other AWS. Kind of these resources can use through the cloud computing through the all over globally or whatever have a network established over there. According to that.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir. So like. Okay, from the name itself, we can understand it's having two parts, right? One is called cloud, other one is called computing, right? So what is meant by cloud first? So like in the context of technology, cloud refers to a network of remote servers. So that can be accessed over the internet. So here we are relying upon the internet for managing our resources, right? So it can be used to store, manage and process the data, as well as you can run various applications. And it could also provide on-demand computing resources. So that is the main purpose of this cloud actually. So from like it's called as on-demand computing services. So according to our need, we can get the service. So it's like it's kind of a like renting the computer power and storage over the internet instead of owning and maintaining our own hardware. Right. So this is called as the cloud. So cloud basically refers to a network of remote servers. Okay, so I hope that you people might be knowing about a server, right? What is a server? Can anyone tell me what is a server actually? What is basically a server? There is basically two ends, right? If you take any web, for example, if you take a web application, there is something called the front end and there is something called the back end, right? In the front end,
a server is a computer program which controls that how the clients of a request which can be effectively submitted to the database.
Exactly. So if you take computing, a server is nothing but it's a specialized computer or a software application. Okay, so that is going to provide the services or resources to the other computers. Okay, so if there are many computers available in a particular place, so like there will be a common computer or a software application that will be providing the services that are required by the other computers, right? That is called as the server. Then the other computers that is obtaining the information from the server or is called as nothing but your client. So this is called as the client server model. Okay, so this is the heart of any type of communication, right? This server and client model. You might be knowing that. Now I told that in this cloud computing, I kindly request the participation to mute yourself. Please kindly mute yourself.
बैठते हैं ना वो वाली कर दो अनुराग सर को पिला देना
Fine. So now this cloud part refers to a network of remote servers, right? And what about the second word? The second word is called computing. Okay? From the name itself, we can understand it is called computing. So which means that it refers to the use of computers and computational processes. Okay, so that are required to perform certain tasks. So what can be these tasks? Like nowadays, you know that like if you have to automate anything or if you have to model something, right, it requires some kind of a data, right? We require some kind of a past data. So all these data, it needs some to process the data. You need to store the data. You need to create some kind of algorithms, or you need to solve the problems. For performing these kind of various activities, we will be requiring some computing resource or some kind of a computers, right? So this is called computing. Okay. So so for performing these kind of operations, we'll be we'll be requiring some kind of a data algorithms, right? Nevertheless, you can develop an algorithm, but you will be requiring a resources that is something called as your computing resource, or basically like it could be your computers. Right? Now, what is a traditional method actually? Like this cloud computing, it's not a very old technology. It came into, like, I hope that it came before some 20-25 years or something like that. Then what was the traditional method? Okay, so when something is introduced in the market, like unless and otherwise there is some kind of a drawback in the existing system, we will not be implementing anything new. Is it not? So there was some traditional method of performing these activities. So that is called as the on-premise activity, right? So what is that actually? Like it refers to on-premise or locally managed IT infrastructure, where the organizations like it owns and maintains their own servers, and it will have its own networking equipment and the software application. Everything will be maintained within the same organization itself. Right? Now, what is the problem with that actually? Here I told that cloud computing is nothing but your like renting. It's like we are going to take all the resources that we require to maintain our company or the firm. Right? For that, we are going to take like a rent. Okay, so it's a paid service. Like according to our need, we can obtain those resources for a minimal rent actually. And we'll be relying upon the internet. Of course, cloud will not run if there is no internet. It's an internet-based service, right? But as I told you that in the traditional method, there is no like there will be a separate server and there will be separate client systems will be there. You will have a separate IT infrastructure and there will be separate networking equipment. There will be separate software applications. Everything was present within the organization itself. Right? And what were the basic problems in that? Only to address the problems that we faced in this traditional method, we like people went for this cloud computing technology.
Power gone, power, and
The system
the
was very
hardware.
costly because you had everything there in your, like you had to purchase everything. So since we are saying that cloud provides us as long as you want to use certain utility, they provide you till that time and you pay for that till that time only. So it's pay on demand. But if you already have devices on your premises, maintaining it has a additional cost. So they were very costly at that moment, I guess.
Exactly. So the
If you
in this
buy
traditional
enough
method,
time, if you are not using it properly, or waste of time and money.
Exactly,
If
because
you buy and not use.
exactly. Thank you, sir. Thanks for that. The first and foremost biggest problem is this high upfront cost itself. Like traditional method, to have this setup itself, it involves a lot of cost. You might be knowing that. Okay, so it involves it requires significant upfront cost for purchasing the hardware, the software. We have to purchase the software licenses, and then to establish this physical IT infrastructure, and it requires a lot of cost. Here it is not the case. Like even today in this today's practical, like in the afternoon, now we are going to create something called as a virtual machine. Okay, from the name we can understand it is a virtual machine. So virtual is something which is not real. Okay, so nevertheless, it's going to look similar to your own machine. Machine in the sense like it's going to look similar to your computer. So it will have a RAM, it will have a ROM, and we can choose our own operating system to perform all kind of a data processing activities. So that is the one important thing. Next important thing is it has limited scalability. You know that when you're going to physically set up an infrastructure, now it's very difficult to change the infrastructure. If at all, if I'm going to expand my business, there is a chance of both these things, right? Either I can expand my business or there could be some kind of a loss in my business. Like if there is going to be loss in your business, then these resources will be idle. If you're having physical server, it will be idle for more time. Like if that is the case, then the upfront cost that you have already spent for you to purchase that particular resource, that will go as a waste. Or if you are going to expand your business, then again you have to purchase a lot of new machines, right? Again, it is going to create a lot of problem. Like it is going to take a lot of cost, as far as it is not very simple to do that. So this is called a limited scalability. And there is something called resource underutilization, right? So like on-premises infrastructure tends to have periods of underutilization. What is meant by underutilization? Like I mentioned that the resources that are available on premises, if you are not going to utilize it for some time, then it is called underutilization, right? So all these will lead to like it will decrease the efficiency of your company itself. So ultimately it could result in loss of production, or if you are not able to predict what is going to happen in the future, like so that could create a lot of trouble to your business. It could ultimately affect the profit of your business, right? So to overcome all these problems only, people switched on to the other technology called cloud computing, right? So here we are going to start with this introduction of cloud computing. So what are all the learning objectives? Like here will be participants, you will be able to understand, learn the fundamentals of cloud computing and understand the concepts of cloud computing with Microsoft Azure. Like as you might be knowing that there are a lot of tools for you to work with this cloud technology, and particularly we are going to rely upon this technology called Microsoft Azure because it is having a lot of advantage. It's very user friendly, and like people can easily relate to that, and easily anyone can easily understand like how to use the various resources. That is why, and moreover, the security aspect is also it's very high in the Microsoft Azure. Of course, there is one very big competitor called AWS. This Amazon Web Services are there. Both are like competing each other, so it is having its own advantages and drawbacks. But nevertheless, for our FDP, we are going to rely upon this Microsoft Azure, right? And then you'll be able to identify the like I told you, there are so many multiple resources are available in Microsoft Azure portal. But for our FDP, like we are going to have hands-on on some of the basic Azure services, like your starting with your virtual machine creation based out of Windows OS, and then your Linux OS. We'll be creating some virtual machines. Then we'll be connecting a SQL database to a server through Azure portal, right? Then we'll be creating this Azure Data Factory. For that, we'll be requiring something called containers. Then you'll be working with this machine learning studio, okay, which is basically a type of infrastructure that is provided by this Microsoft Azure. And finally, like we'll be working with this Power BI. Now, this Power BI is a separate tool, right? And finally, you'll be able to learn in the practical part, you'll be learning how to create a virtual machine using the Azure portal. So like I said, like we have already given what is meant by cloud computing, right? So cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of computing resources that includes servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, intelligence over the internet on pay as per use basis. Okay, so it eliminates the need for the enterprise to procure, configure, and manage the resources. Right. So, for example, like you just consider a very small software development firm. Okay, so that is, you can imagine like it is experiencing a very rapid surge in users. Okay, so like, but if for such a kind of an enterprise, no, like the traditional route, wherein if you're going to have the physical servers and computing resources, like there will be a very lot of challenges. Right. So one of the challenges, like as I've already told, like first thing is a high upfront cost, then it could be limited scalability, then resource underutilization. Then there could be something like a maintenance challenge. That's also a very important part, right? Maintenance. So whenever you're physically establishing something in any organization, always like if you have a lot of components in any factory, like it's common, right? It requires a lot of maintenance. Okay. So that's also very difficult. There could be a very high chance that a lot of machines would have some kind of a hardware fault. Right. And if at all there is going to be, if you have a very centralized server and if there is a problem with your server itself, then ultimately for at least for some period of time, no, your entire business will be like holding upon. Okay. So if suppose your firm is something like a business wherein if that is running for 24/7, something like your oven production or any milk production or whatever, some essential service. What happens, like even if the production is stopping for some time, right? So then ultimately it is going to create a lot of problem. So these kind of issues are there, maintenance challenges, and of course very high issues. That very important issue is like data security issue. Okay, so there is always a very high chance that your data might be at risk in your traditional system, whereas it is not the case with your cloud. Okay, so that is something that you have to keep it in your mind. So why cloud computing? Okay. So here you can very well understand what is the scenario. There is a small software development firm and they want to expand the business due to rapid increase in their business. Right. But buying and understanding the entire setup would be like time consuming and costly, requires physical space with sufficient power and cooling, maintain and manage them requires experts. That is also important thing. This people might be knowing that most of the time, like to maintain the servers and to maintain many individual components in your original on-premise services. No, it requires like not all common people will be able to manage that. Actually, it requires some kind of experts to manage and maintain that. But it is not the case with your cloud. As I told you that even in this practical now, you will be able to understand it's very user friendly. Anyone who's having a very basic knowledge on this computing, like he'll be able to work upon that. So it does not require any special talents for you to maintain and manage the resources that are available. But it is not the case with your traditional system. And of course, the space that is required is maximum. Okay. And finally, like it could end up with less utilization and focusing more on troubleshooting at the infrastructure level than the end business goals. So for all these problems, these are nothing but the problems that we face in our traditional system. Right? For all these problems, you could see that what is the solution provided by this cloud computing. Okay, so these are some bits. Other than this, no, like there are plenty other advantages as well, but these are the major advantages. Like the first thing is no need to buy any new resource. As it's a rental service, no, like we can just purchase the resource that is required for our purpose alone, and that too for a limited time. Okay, that's why it is rental. Okay, we are not purchasing for a lifetime, because it could cost more time. If suppose for this month's activity alone, if I require any kind of a resource, I can take that resource for this month alone. Or even it could not be for a month, it could be for a week, or it could be for a day, or even it could be for some hours itself. Okay? So it's a rental service. So according to the need for that particular time, we can purchase that. So no need to buy any new resource. That is the first solution. Right? So as it is a virtual thing, it does not require a lot of space. Space requirement is very, very limited. And global accessibility of resources. So that is a very, very biggest advantage, right? Because we can like only after this advent of internet and this IoT, you know, you people might be knowing this IoT, Internet of Things, right? IoT became possible only because of this cloud, right? So once after these technologies have evolved, you know, like we are able to access the information from sitting from anywhere in the world. Like we can access the required information from any part of the world. Right, that's why here it's global accessibility of resources. But if we have a traditional system, that is not possible. Okay, if we have to, like people have to go directly to the enterprise itself. Right, because you have a physical hardware server, you have physical client server model, like everything is available in that place itself. So if we have to access that, if you have to retrieve any information, or if you have to feed that resources with any kind of a data for every purpose, now we have to directly go to the place itself. Here it is not the case. It is globally accessible from anywhere. Next thing is it's ready to use setup. Right, it's very it's anytime it's available. Okay, so it's ready to use setup. Right, and availability is very high. Like people are developing from the back end, this Azure portal, the resources that you require for your organization, no, like you just have to take it for rent. Nevertheless, these resources are available at any time. Okay? And of course, it's pay as you go, and it's very prone to this faults. Okay, so this is fault tolerance. So it could tolerate the fault to a very larger extent because it's having very high security measures are there at the back end. It's highly secured. Your data is highly secure if you are relying upon this cloud, particularly this Microsoft Azure. Okay. And once again here, in a diagrammatic way, they have shown what is meant by what are all the different cloud computing benefits, like flexibility and data recovery. This is one important aspect actually. Data can be easily recovered. Okay, this is something we all would have faced in our life, right? There is always a very high chance that the physical systems could crash easily. Okay, if it is crashing and if you want to completely reinstall all the applications in a system, there is always a very high chance that you could lose all of your data. You will not be able to recover the data. That was happening for a very long time. It was happening actually. So people have from various industries now they have lost very valuable information. It's particularly before 2000s now, like in that era, a lot of data has been lost actually. But nowadays it is not the case because people are relying upon cloud. Always there is a concept called redundancy. Okay, that will be you'll be seeing that later actually. So redundancy is something like we are trying to create an exact replicate of the data. So that option is there. That's one of the biggest, highest advantage of your cloud actually. We'll have a redundant backup, and that too, that backup will be available in multiple places across the globe. Okay, but doesn't mean that it's actually like here while creating the resource itself, you can understand that there is an option of choosing the region for you to create that particular resource. Okay, so you can imagine something like that particular, if you're choosing some other region, for example, like if you're choosing Australia, and if you're trying to create a virtual machine, like it is like your machine, your physical machine is actually present in the location of Australia. It is something like that. So similarly, we can create a multiple redundant data in different locations across the globe. Okay, so even if there is going to be a loss of your data from one particular location, always that data can be recovered from some other location. Okay, so the possibility of losing your data is very, very less in your cloud computer. That is one of the biggest advantages. And this is one thing, automatic software updates. Right. So when you are having a physical system, it is our responsibility each and every time we have to manually update the software. Sometimes for like if you're working upon some latest data or some latest technology, like your software that you're already having in your local system, that will not be supporting that. That might not be supporting that particular activity. If that is the case, it is your responsibility to manually update the software. Right. It's not only software, it could be hardware as well. Sometimes some hardware components, it might not be able to transfer the data from your client to server. Right. There could be some kind of an error. Okay. Or it will not be able to manage the network traffic. Right. These kind of issues are there in your traditional system. But here it is not the case. Automatically your software, everything, all the components that are required for you to make that particular setup, that will be automatically updated at the back end. It is the responsibility of the people, those who have developed this technology. Okay, so they'll be automatically doing it. You don't have to worry about that. So everything will be taken care in the back end. And this is also one biggest advantage. But you should be very smart enough. Even though we say that it is pay as you go service, it means that you are going to pay according to your resources that you are trying to purchase. Okay, but we must have a very clear understanding that what is my objective. Okay, what is my objective and what is the type of resource that I need and for how much time. Right? If we are having a very good understanding of all these things, like we'll be able to purchase all these resources from Azure or any other cloud providing service, and accordingly you can pay it. Even it could lead you to some kind of loss. Okay, but if you are purchasing some resource and if you're not utilizing that resource, and if you're not deleting that particular resource, like it could cost you more. Okay, but you should be very smart enough that you should be knowing that what is your need now and how much time it is required. Okay, that is also an important aspect actually. And this is also a very important thing, as I've already told that here for working in this, for utilizing these resources, it does not require any special talent and all. So by that itself, that it is going to increase the collaboration. Like multiple peoples can work together in the same path. Okay, in industries, you might be knowing that like a very huge people might be dealing with a big data. What is a big data? Like if suppose there is a database with millions and millions of rows and columns, or if it's a very large data field. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Sorry,
yes,
sir,
ma'am.
to interrupt you, sir. Actually, I have created the email ID on outlook.com, but I could not add the same in the Excel sheet because it is every time giving that can't open the file.
Shashank, are you there? Ma'am, can you just post your mail ID in the chat window? I will try to add
Yes,
it.
sir.
Here it is
Okay,
asking for your
thank you.
name and the mail ID. Let me just put your mail and
Put your
Sure,
email
sir.
ID in the chat.
I'm putting
We'll add it.
the box.
We'll add it, but
I'm trying to add that in the Excel sheet later. Okay, sir.
yes, ma'am. And one more request from my end. If you have pasted your email ID once, please do not paste it again in the sheet, because I am going sequentially from top to bottom, and I can see a lot of email IDs to be repeated. Please do not paste. Once if you have pasted it once, please wait for some time. I'm sending the invitation. Yes, Natation.
okay, thank you, Shashank. So I'll just continue. So I was telling that since For working upon this, this cloud resource, it doesn't require any special talents, and like it's very user friendly. Anyone can easily work upon that actually. So it increases the collaboration. What is meant by collaboration? Like when people like a lot of people are required for you to work upon a particular data for a particular task to perform any particular task. It requires multiple people together. Particularly, you might have heard of this. Nowadays, there is a concept called big data analysis, wherein the data that is required for you to perform the analysis, it will be huge in size. Like if you take a table, okay, table or something, some kind of a database for your machine learning model, for example, like it will be basically having rows and columns, right? So if you have hundreds and hundreds of columns, and if you have like lakhs of rows, okay, so it is a very huge data, like it needs a lot of computing space, it needs a lot of computing resource. And of course, like a single person can, practically it is not possible. Like a single person working upon that entire data, it's not possible. So it requires a lot of people working together at the same time for you to complete that particular task. So that is called as a collaborative effort. Okay, so here there is a very high chance of increased collaboration, okay, in your cloud. So that is also one very important benefit of this cloud. And document control. So here each and everything, like there is an option of called documentation, right? So like I've earlier, I've already told you, like there is a very small percentage of chance that you could lose your data, right? And also there is a documentation purpose. So always for the future reference, like you can refer to this documentation of what are all the activities that are performed and what is the data that is being used for a particular task. Okay, so there is a document control is there. And of course, it's highly secure. Your data is highly secured. So you need not worry that your data might be stolen by someone else. Like it is not, because it's highly secured data, highly secured process is there in the backend. And one more thing, it is location independent. So like I told you, like even in the practical part, you'll be knowing like when you're trying to create every resource, there is always, it will be asking you to select a particular location, right? So it is location independent. You can choose any location for you for creating a particular resource. It is location independent. So resources can be created at multiple locations. Okay, so these are the basic benefits of important benefits of this cloud. And once again, the scalability, cost efficiency. I've already told you what is meant by scalability, right? Scalable is something like if you are going to expand your business, if you want multiple resources, like it's very easily scalable. It's not that scalability is not possible in your traditional system. There also it's possible, but it's very inefficient actually. It will take a lot of time and it will take a lot of cost as well, right? And that's why here we say it's very cost efficient as well. And it's very easily accessible. So it is accessibility is more and it's highly reliable. And of course, I told you what is meant by redundancy. Redundancy is something like your backup of your data, like creating exact replicate of original thing, that is called redundant. So these are the basic benefits of your cloud. So next one, like there is we'll see some of the basics of cloud computing. Okay, there is something called virtualization. Okay, so here you can see they've given the definition of virtualization. Like I've already told, what is meant by virtual? Virtual is something like which is not a real thing. Okay, so what could be this virtualization? So virtualization, it is basically a technology. Okay, here they have given the definition. Virtualization is the technology that allows you to create a multiple simulated environments or dedicated resources from a single physical hardware system. Okay, so from a single available physical hardware system, using some kind of a technology called virtualization, we like that technology is going to allow us to create multiple simulated environments. Okay. Okay. So at the heart of this modern cloud computing lies this concept of virtualization. Like it's a transformative technology. Okay. So So this innovation allows for the efficient sharing of resources, enabling multiple virtual environments to run simultaneously on a single machine. Right. So for a software development firm, virtualization translates to agility and cost savings. So it enables the provisioning of new development and testing environments rapidly, reducing setup time and boosting the productivity. So what it will do is this virtualization, now this technology, it is going to enable the provision of new testing environment, okay? And also it reduces the setup time and it will boost the productivity. So for all these, this technology is very, very important. And another one important thing is that the flexibility that is offered by the virtualization technology, so that is going to allow a very seamless resource scaling, and that will ensure right amount of computing power that is available precisely whenever it is needed. Okay, so you should be knowing what is going to be this virtualization. This is another basic concept of cloud computing.
Can I give a little bit more information about
this
virtualization?
Yeah, pardon?
Can
Yes,
I
sir?
give more information? I couldn't get what is this simulated environments.
You're asking about this to explain more about this virtualization, right?
Yes.
So it's basically you can imagine like it's a kind of a some kind of a technology, right? So that is going to allow any user to create multiple environments. Like for example, like this will entail creating virtual instances of servers, okay, or operating systems. Like actually, you'll be able to understand when we are doing the practical part. So whatever resources that we are trying to create under this Microsoft Azure, like it's basically those resources are virtual because it is not actually real. There won't be any real component or real hardware part, right? So everything that we are trying to create is basically a virtual component actually, whatever may be the case. If you're going to create any container is something like wherein you can say store the data. Okay, we can store the data and there will be some kind of a database wherein we can fetch the data and then we can give some kind of an instruction. We can query the data. You might be knowing that SQL, right? Structured query language. Okay, but nevertheless, all these require some kind of a physical hardware setup itself. But in your cloud, we won't be using any physical hardware. Whatever the resource that we are going to develop or we are going to utilize in your Microsoft Azure, everything is
ఇది
it's a
డేటా
virtual
అనలిటిక్స్
setup.
యూజింగ్ పైథాన్ అవుతుందమ్మా.
Please kindly mute yourself. So everything is
దీనిలో
virtual
ఉన్నావా
setup.
లేదా ఫ్యాకల్టీ గ్రూప్ లో ఉన్నావా? ఐటీ ఫ్యాకల్టీ గ్రూప్ అందులోనే వచ్చి.
Yeah, I could see. Can you please mute yourself? Excuse me, I could. Participants, can you please mute yourself? Okay, so the basic concept that allows any user to create all these kinds of virtual components at the back end, that is called as a virtualization. Okay, so virtual is something like a kind of a concept. Virtualization is basically the technology that is in the back end that is allowing us to create different kinds of virtual resources. Okay, that's the meaning actually. So this slide shows like a basic comparison between the traditional system versus the virtual system. Okay, so here we can see here we can imagine something like each and everything corresponds to particular hardware. Okay, we can just see here there is something like your there is a separate hardware for your mail. There is a separate hardware for accessing the web, and there is separate hardware for accessing the legal applications. Like here it shows the how much percentage is that is potentially being used. Okay, this is your traditional system. Right here also the diagram is looking somewhat similar. Okay, these are physical original hardware systems, but these are not original hardware systems. These are virtual systems, actually. That's what I said. For us to create this virtual system, at the back end, it requires some kind of a technology. So that technology is called as a virtualization technology. So it is because of this technology, we are able to create these kind of virtual systems. Only because of that, we are able to create this kind of virtual systems. So these virtual systems are created in your cloud computing service. Okay, and one of the services is your Microsoft Azure, one of the platform. So this virtualization, it can be achieved especially using a software that is called hypervisor. Okay. Yeah. So we can just see here hypervisor. These are nothing but your virtual machines, right? So this hypervisor is basically, you can imagine something like a kind of a software that is responsible for us to create our this virtual machines. Actually, it's like a kind of an intermediator for you to have this proper communication between the user and the virtual machines. Actually, so there are different types of virtualization, means different types of resources that can be virtually created. Okay, like I told, there is something called server virtualization. Okay, server is something like I've already told, like it's a single hardware component, something like you can imagine like a single computer system. Okay, that is going to control all the other remaining systems. That is going to pass the required information to the other systems. That is called as a server. The server virtualization is something like creation of virtual servers. It could be a machine, or even it could be any specific some other tool as well. Right? And data virtualization. It need not be a original data. It could be some kind of a virtual data, like virtual data virtualization, and it could be hardware virtualization. It could be storage virtualization. It could be network virtualization. All these are different types of virtualization using which. Okay, so these are different technologies using which we can create multiple services that are required for our specific purpose. Right. So next, this is very important. Like, what are the different types of cloud computing services? Okay. So this is common to everything. This AAS. Okay, AAS stands for as a service. Okay, so one is this FAAS, DBAS, CAS, and MLAAS, and last one is IoT Cloud Services. So FAAS stands for this function as a service. Okay, so here, this is called as a serverless computing. Okay, wherein a physical server is, it is not required. Okay, a function or any like wherein a specific function is going to act like a server, as a server. Okay. So this is one of the basic type of cloud computing. It's called as a function as a service. Okay, so it corresponds to serverless computing. So second category is nothing but a DBAS. So it's called as a database as a service. So wherein we are going to use any kind of a database. Okay, it could be a structured data or unstructured data, whatever may be the case. So that could be used as a service, database as a service. And third category is nothing but a CAS, container as a service. And fourth one is nothing but a machine learning as a service. And last one, IoT, Internet of Things, cloud. So these are different types of cloud servicing, cloud computing services that are available. This is common. Okay, it's not only for Microsoft Azure, it is common, right, for any cloud platform. This is your basic architecture of your cloud. Okay, like how your cloud will be looking. Okay, you can just see here. This represents the front end. Front end or nothing but your client side. Okay, client side infrastructure at the front end. Of course, at the back end is very important. The back end only, it requires any type of a coding or any type of application, all kinds of resource management. Everything will happen in the back end, right? So in the back end, you can see here, it is having multiple components, like it's having the management of all the resources, it's having security, based security. I mean, the technology that is related to providing security to our data. And it could have some infrastructure for you to write your code or develop your code. And it should have some kind of a storage, right, to save your data. It'll have some runtime cloud. It will have the service application, everything. So all these components are available at the backend. This is your server end actually. This is your client end. This is your server end. Okay, and to connect your server and client, you need something called internet. So without internet, like there is no concept of cloud actually. So it's an internet-based service. So for you to internet is required for you to have an established connection between the backend and the front end, or the server end and the client end. Okay, so this is your cloud architecture. So next one says about the cloud computing applications, right? Two categories are there. Either it is online data storage or big data analytics. So what is online data storage? So cloud computing allows storage and access to data like files, images, audios, and videos on the cloud storage. In this age of big data, storing huge volumes of business data locally requires more and more space and escalating cost. Okay, so you might be knowing that nowadays, like data is coming from different source, right? And the data could be of any form. Okay, it could be in the form of some Excel file or CSV file, or it could be even in the form of an image. Okay. After this, Google Pixel, Google Photos, these kind of things, like it's like every day millions and millions of data is being collected in the form of photos. Right? Photos are nothing but basically it's collection of pixels. Okay? Pixels are nothing but it's basically zeros and ones, right? So all these are informations. Okay, so our data could be in the form of an image, or it could be in the form of an audio. Okay, so all these kinds of different data are required for this for developing any kind of an AI application, artificial intelligence application. For example, like if you take this or what do you say that Alexa or Google Assistant, like what actually happens? It's actually converting our speech, right? It's converting our speech into commands, and it is trying to understand our speech, and finally it is able to give some kind of an output, right? So here it takes the input of speech, which is nothing but our audio file, right? That is the input. So the data could be of anything. Right? So in today's scenario, like everywhere, every one of us are using smartphones, and we are dealing with like multiple data that we are giving every day, like to different people, right? In the form of image, in the form of audio, in the form of videos, like. So to save all this data, it requires a lot of cloud storage. You may be knowing this, right? So that's what here it says. So cloud computing allows storage and access to data like it could be file, images, audios, and videos on the cloud storage. In this age of big data, like storing huge volumes of business data locally requires more and more space and escalating the cost. So next one is big data analysis. So it's one of the most important applications of cloud computing. Okay, so the extremely large volume of big data makes it impossible to store using traditional data management. It's quite actually impossible. It's not at all possible actually, like, because that could be data in volumes of terabyte or petabyte, something like that. Okay, so our local traditional systems are not sufficient for us to deal with such kind of very large data. These are the requirements of your cloud computing. These are some of the applications. And so next one, it could be antivirus application. Right? With cloud computing comes a cloud antivirus software, which is stored in the cloud, from where they monitor viruses and malware in the organization systems and fixes them. Okay. So this is also one of the important applications nowadays. Like there is always a provision of this providing antivirus application through the cloud. Okay, through the cloud actually. So that's also one of the application. Cloud computing in education. Okay. So here also, like people have started to use this cloud actually, like e-learning or online distance learning programs, student information portals. Because like people can easily fetch the data, right? Instead of carrying a huge data to some other location, or like if the data is available in cloud, easily we can use it. So e-learning, online distance learning programs, student information portals are some of the key changes brought about by applications of cloud computing in the education sector. So education sector is also using this cloud. And the backup and recovery, like I've told, this is one of the biggest advantages that I've already told. So whenever you feel that you require data backup, we'll be using this cloud service. Nowadays, even many of us would have used this in our day-to-day life, right? We have this Google Drive, plenty of cloud subscriptions we'll be having. That there are many free services available, free cloud services available. Okay, people would have used something like a TerraBox. There are multiple cloud options are there, wherein we can save our own personal data. Okay, that could be available for our lifetime. Okay, something like our own personal photos or videos we can upload there. Right. But it was not the case before some years. Like we used to store our data in our local machine. Like if by any chance if that is getting fault, like entire data will be erased. We might have come across such a scenario. Now it is not the case. Okay, there is always an option of recovering our data from the cloud. Okay, so it requires a very secured storage also. We may be having that fear that our data might be stolen or somebody could see our data, but it is not the case. It's very safe and secure, our data. Once your data is in your cloud, that you can be very sure that your data is very secure. Right? And of course, e-commerce application is there. There are some, you might be knowing, this e-commerce websites like your Amazon and Flipkart is there. It's dealing with lakhs and lakhs of orders, millions and millions of orders order data is available. Right? There also it is not possible for them to maintain all the database. Okay. So they are also utilizing this cloud actually. Only after that it has become possible. If suppose the advent of cloud is not there, these e-commerce application would not have been successful like today actually. You might be knowing that. Okay, so the cloud fundamentals, like I told you, the basic terminology is the first important terminology is something like as a service, right? So these are different kinds of terminologies. One is like multi-tenancy, content delivery network, serverless, cloud services, scalability, virtualization. All these we have already seen prior to this. So what are the different characteristics of cloud computing? Okay, so they've given some of the characteristics. It's broad network access and rapid elasticity. Elasticity is something like your flexibility, more or less same, right? Wherein you can expand the resources according to our need. So measured service, on-demand self-service, resource pooling, pay per use. These are the characteristics. We have already discussed multiple times, but once again they have given this. You can just have some very brief comparison of what are all the different costs that are that will be incurred in your on-premise service as well as your cloud service.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Please go back to the previous slide.
Yes.
Please explain what is resource pooling.
Resource pooling is just a minute. Resource pooling is something like wherein according to our the need of the how to say, like according to our need, we can obtain the resources. Like it's something similar to the second one, actually, pay per use actually, wherein we can fetch the resource that is required at a time. For example, if you are planning to work with create a machine learning model for your data that you're having in your hand. you might be knowing like what is the need of a machine learning model, right? Machine learning model is something wherein we are going to predict something that is going to happen in the future with the help of the past available data, right? For that, now it requires some kind of we want to create some kind of a basic algorithm, right? Algorithm in the sense like it could be a machine learning, like it could be a regression algorithm. If you have to create these type of algorithm, and it should, there should be a provision of loading your data. There should be some IDE to run the Python commands. So this everything is put together in a setup that is called as a machine learning studio. This is one of the resources that is available. It's one of the resources that is available in our Microsoft Azure. Right?
May I
So
know, is it similar to if you want to use some application for a while, and if you want to use some other application for a while, so you just stop some application and you run another application? So it's a resource pooling. Is it same or?
yes, sir. I couldn't. Sorry, I did not listen.
Okay, if you want to run one application like a web application for a while and stop this application, run some mailing application, stop that, and running two at the same time, something like that. Resource pooling.
Yes, sir. Actually, like so pooling is nothing but it's efficiently allocating the resources among multiple users. Actually, that's what is called a pooling. Actually, for example, you might have we might have heard this term, right? Carpooling. What is going to be pooling actually? Like if we are going to any place using a car, okay, if you are traveling alone, like that is a different case, right? But if we are like we feel that we can allocate some 4 people, if we are able to allocate some 4 more people inside the car who are traveling in the same direction, that is what we say is pooling, right?
Oh, that's okay, sir. But
that is the
could you
concept of pooling.
Yeah, understood.
Here,
But could you
here,
please elaborate
yeah.
in this machine learning? You were taking the example. I mean,
Yes,
it's
yes,
still
yes,
not clear.
yes. Actually, like, yeah, there is a provision called the Machine Learning Studio. There is a provision called the Machine Learning Studio in your Microsoft Azure, actually. Like, so this is nothing but it's one of the resource that is available in the Microsoft Azure for you to specifically deal with the machine learning part, actually. Like,
fine, thank you so much.
Yeah, if you want to deal now this part, no, like I told you, like if suppose the data is a very large data, the data that requires for you to develop this machine learning model, if it's a very huge data, right? Like I told you that it is not possible for a single person to develop the entire coding part that is required for the entire modeling purpose. Actually, it requires the involvement of multiple people. So there must be a provision in the resource that is available in your Microsoft Azure, wherein multiple people can work together. We have told that one of the important advantage, right? That collaborative advantage is there. Okay, so there must be a provision of resource pooling, actually, wherein like multiple people can efficiently allocate the available resource amongst themselves, actually. Like you can imagine something like this. Okay, if you have to carpool, right? You have to make 4 people to travel in the car, right? But what if there is no option itself? Okay, if you have to make 5 people travel in the car or 7 people travel in the car, and if the capacity is only 5, you will not be able to do that, right? So if you have to do this pooling is nothing but allocating the resources in an efficient manner amongst multiple users. If I have to do that, there must be a provision of doing that. Okay, but here it is one of the characteristics. So there is always the provision of resource pooling. Okay, so it is basically a practice of efficiently allocating the resources. That's it, between multiple users. So one of the example that I told you is that machine learning studio. It's one of the resource that is available. Why I have taken that example? Because machine learning is something like people can easily relate to that, because it requires some kind of a prediction. Something that is going to happen in the future. We are going to predict something that is going to happen in the future with the help of the past available data. Now, if this past available data is a very large database, now it is not possible by a single user to work upon that. It requires multiple person to share the resource amongst themselves. Okay, if at all this has to happen, no, there must be a provision of sharing the resource. Okay, that is what here they mean to say. There is this provision of sharing the resource amongst multiple people. It's one of the characteristics, important characteristics of this cloud computing. That is what I mean to say. So here we can just compare the how the costs are playing a role. Okay. So this part is nothing but your hidden cost actually, like, and this is your transparent cost. Okay. So here everywhere, because it's your premise, you are setting everything. So like everywhere it requires some cost, right? Software licensing, like hardware, power, the cost you are incurring for power, for cooling, like maintenance, everything, right? And nevertheless, in cloud part, the major cost lies with this subscription. Okay, so you have to have a subscription. Only if you have a subscription, no, you'll be able to. That is why we have asked your Outlook account. We will be providing you the subscription. So we are paying you actually for the service that you are going to use for this 4 days. Actually, we are going to pay for that. Okay, so it's on a rental basis, right? So next one is this different types of cloud computing deployment models. There are different types of clouds are there. So you can just see here, one is called as the private cloud, other one is called the public cloud, the third one is called community cloud, and this fourth one is called as the hybrid cloud. Right? Private cloud, from the name itself, we can understand it's something like we are trying to utilize the services for our private purpose. Okay, the cloud services are offered on a private infrastructure. Okay, so no other, it's not public, so other people cannot be, they'll not be able to use those services. Okay, so there is a provision of private cloud option. So the cloud services are offered on a private infrastructure. Most of the times, private cloud is for internal developers. Okay, so if you feel that your data must stay within your organization itself, within your infrastructure, it should not go to any other place. If you feel that, we can utilize this something called private cloud. So, but nevertheless, it's not a widespread model because still people, even though we say that cloud is very secure, your data is safe and secure, people, there are people who are doubting this actually. Like, only those people know they will prefer for this private cloud. If they feel that, okay, there could be a chance that my data could be leaked or it may not be secure. Okay, it's for those people this kind of option is the private cloud. But nowadays it's not a widespread model. So this misses most of the benefits of the cloud actually. So it's basically like an on-premise data center. Okay, so this is your private cloud. Community cloud, it's somewhat better than the private cloud. Okay, here it's corresponds to one particular infrastructure or one particular firm alone. This is nothing but it corresponds to like a particular community. Like, okay, it's kind of a like a WhatsApp group or something like that. Okay, you can imagine something like that. It corresponds to specific community of consumers or customers. Okay, to build a cloud, like a private club cloud. More commonly talked about a decade ago, not a Go concept as of today. They are telling that this concept is more or less vanished nowadays. This community cloud concept, it's not there mostly. And of course, the most common cloud like people are using today is your public cloud. Okay, so all these cloud wherein we are uploading our data, like it could be a Google Drive, or it could be the TerraSpace or any other cloud. Okay, these are nothing but a public cloud actually. The cloud is public. Nevertheless, your data is not public. Shouldn't think that your data is public. That is a different case. The common model that we all know, like virtually all computing today is developed according to this model, that is a public cloud model. So it is accessible through the public internet. The hybrid cloud combines and unifies. Next one is a hybrid cloud. It combines and unifies public cloud, private, and on-premises infrastructure to create a single, flexible, and cost-optimal IT infrastructure. Right. So this is like a hybrid. model. So with hybrid cloud, business objective can be achieved more efficiently and effectively than the public or private. Please mute yourself. I'm getting some echo. Yeah, thank you. And these are this is very important actually, particularly for your Microsoft Azure as well. As I told you, like this Azure is one of the platform or one of the option which is providing this cloud services. Okay, there are multiple services are available. Nevertheless, all these services, no, it comes under any one of these three categories. Like either it could come under this infrastructure as a service or platform as a service or software as a service. For example, like today's activity is there, right? Like wherein you are going to create this virtual machine. Okay, that will come as infrastructure as a service. Okay, there is another category called a platform as a service. For example, that machine learning studio and data Azure factory. These are nothing but a specific platform will be created, right, for you to work upon. Okay, so that is called a platform as a service. And of course, there is software as a service. The very basic example is nothing, but you might have heard of this Microsoft. What do we say that Microsoft 65 applications are there, right? Wherein we can use our MS Word, MS Excel. Those categories will come under the third category. There's something called a software as a service. Okay, so all these services that are available in your MS Azure portal, no, like it falls under any one of these three categories. Either it will come in this infrastructure as a service, or it will fall under this platform as a service, or it will fall under this third category called software as a service. Okay, so this is the IaaS, it's called. So it's the most basic form. So it's high control but high engagement.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between multi-tenant application and a software as a service?
What is the difference between what's
multi-tenant application and the software as a service?
No, I couldn't understand. Software as a service. What is the other one that you're asking?
Multi-tenant application, multi-tenancy.
Multi-tenancy.
Yeah.
So software as a service is basically like.
So are they both same?
It will. No. I don't think both are same. Like multi-tenancy is like.
Multi-tenancy is different architectures, multi-services.
Yeah, multi-tenancy is it's basically a single instance of a software application that serves multiple tenants actually. It's a single
it is
instance.
a feature of the cloud computing. This is one of the basic feature of cloud computing.
Yes, both are different.
At a time, it can service multiple clients.
Multi-tenancy is wherein like it allows different users or organizations to share the same application. But this is specific to clouds actually. Both are different. This is SaaS stands for it's a cloud computing model. Where these applications are provided over the internet.
Okay.
This is a cloud-based concept actually. This software as a service. What you said that multi-tenancy is not a. It need not be a cloud-based service. Actually, it's a different concept. Actually, it's that basically it allows different users or different organizations to share the same application or a system.
Okay.
But that need not require any cloud actually. That's the difference. Yeah. So yeah. So I think it's almost we have crossed 11:30. I think we can close this. One final thing. I'll close this. You can just see the market trends today. Like this is what is the estimate that is given. For example, the market growth in APAC. APAC stands for Asia Pacific region. Okay, so it is rising year by year actually. Like so, by the year 2020, it was around 371.4 US dollars that is billion US, I mean, 371.4 billion US dollars was the share actually for the CAGR. The CAGR, like here it says the CAGR is actually nothing but your compound annual growth rate, right? So every year this computing market, okay, the value of this cloud computing market is increasing actually, like, and it has been estimated that by the year 2025, now already we are in 2024, by next year now it will be around this market share will be like 832.1 US dollar billions, actually US dollar billions. Okay, so this is given as according to a recent survey actually, and here also you can see here, like every year it is keep on increasing. Like it has been estimated that okay, by the year 2030 it is going to touch this $1,614.10 billion dollars. Okay, this is the market trend, cloud computing market size, because like lot of data today, like nothing, no activities are happening without the data. Like we are feeding the data every day because everyone have started to use the smartphones. So we are installing many applications. We are dealing with multiple data. We are taking so many photographs to so many selfies. We are live streaming so many feeds. People are uploading their videos and stuff in YouTube. So everywhere there is data. Okay, so if at all people have to process this data, it requires a lot of space. It requires this cloud computing service. So keep on, it is going to increase every year, this market share. Right. So this is nothing but your different kinds of specific roles based upon all the job trends based out of this cloud. It could be like something called cloud architect, administrator, security architect, DevOps engineer. So many options are there. Okay, so this is capturing the most size actually. It takes 28% of this cloud architect. So 67% of organizations are adding new roles and functions due to cloud investments. Okay, so this has been this is also given by the latest research actually. So with this, I'll end this introduction part because it's already it has crossed 11:30. Meanwhile, Shashwatan is there.
Shashwatan,
sir?
I'm here, Shashank and Natesa.
Yes, sir. Can you brief them about that LMS for before
Sure,
we leave them for break?
Hello. I just want to interrupt you for 5 minutes. Actually, you deleted the link of sheet, Excel sheet from WhatsApp group. So because of that, we are not able to update our Outlook ID over there.
Ma'am, are you able to access the chat box, ma'am?
No, I'm not able to access that chat box. I tried to just log into the different devices, but the still problem is that only.
So we found like there are a lot of people, other people who is not attending this program also filling their details. You can do one thing, ma'am. We will put that in the chat box in case since you are not able to access chat box, send me one hi message. I'll send you the link separately
I
to you.
already sent it to you. I already
Please give me some time, ma'am. Please give me some time. I'm also occupied with other work. I'll share you the Excel sheet once again with you individually. But moving forward, we will try to put all the information in the chat box. And meantime, if any of you having any challenges in chat box, please check your settings and also try to change your settings or try to change your devices, because there are a lot of people there in the WhatsApp group and they're not coming for this session. So we are not in a position to give all the informations in the WhatsApp group. But of course, we can give the summary at the end of the day, but not all the information. But yeah, now I know like a lot of people needs to know how to do the LMS. And also I know like people are also need some sort of like break. So please give me 10 minutes time. It's like 11:40 now. Maximum by 11:55, we will close this LMS discussion. Okay, so please pay attention. If anybody are in the class, I'm sorry, we will not be in the position to repeat again. Please ensure we are giving your attention for next 15 minutes. So I'm putting the link here, this LMS registration link. I have seen almost like 530 people have already registered in the LMS, but still I'm putting the LMS registration link here. If you're already registered, please ignore this message. Link. So if you're already registered in the LMS, please ignore this message. If you're not registered, please use this link to register. So now I'm going to share my screen. So once you click the registration link, you'll be automatically directed to this particular page. We have already discussed how to register. You have to just what you have to do. You just scroll down, answer some of the basic questions, or answer all these basic questions and scroll down. There will be a baseline impact. Again, we ask these questions we do this baseline impact as well as the endline impact. Baseline impact in the beginning of the training, endline impact in the end of the training. The questions remains the same. Basically, we're asking this to understand the impact of our training program. Once you're done with that, just scroll down to till the end, declare yourself and submit. So now your registration is done. So now what we have to do, use the same link. Here you can see login, right? So you have to use the same link only. There is no different link. So use the same link, just click here login. So now what you have to do, you have used a mail ID to register in LMS, right? I hope like you remember the mail ID, but still if you give me 5-10 minutes, I'll also mention the mail ID and the list of people who have registered in LMS in the WhatsApp group. For example, now I have registered by using my mail ID saswadanm@gmail.com. Okay, so I'll put the email ID here. This is the LMS register email ID. Please don't get confused with the Azure subscription mail ID. For the Azure, we need Outlook email ID. But for LMS, whatever email ID you register, that is fine. So for example, now I have registered by using this mail ID. And for the first time login, the password is going to be like default password, that is test@1234. I'll put that in the chat box also. Yeah, I have to mention that in the chat box. Please ensure you're using T as a capital T. Okay, test@1234. So for the first time, mention your mail ID and mention your password as a default password, test@1234. Once you logged in, you will not get this page. You will get this page. Okay, you will get a page like this. So now what you have to do, your current password is test@1234, and you can also reset your password. You can also change your password. It can be anything. You can have your own password. But for the first time, you will get an option to change your password, because for the first time, it's a default password. You can also change your password, and the current password is test@1234, and you can set your new password. And once you're done with that, you are able to access all this. First one is like dashboard. You can ignore that. Second one is like assessment. Again, you can also ignore that. Third one is study material. So we will upload all the study material by end of today. For all these 5 days, we will be uploading this study material by today itself, so that you can also access the study materials. It will be available by end of today, but not now. And now ma'am, wait ma'am, I'll complete this ma'am. So now you will come to this self-attendance. There is a self-attendance. So again, this self-attendance is completely under your control. Like each participant can control your self-attendance. So once you log into the LMS, come to this self-attendance. Now you can see my login says I am absent on day 1. That is 8th of January. I am absent. Why? Because I have not marked my attendance. So there is a button called Mark Me Present. You just click that. Okay. Once you click that, you will get a message. You will get a pop-up saying like, or notification saying like your attendance is marked successfully for January 8th. So now you can see automatically it will change as a present. For the remaining days, it will be blank and there will not be any button also. So now, since you have already marked your attendance, this button will go away. It will get disappeared. But again, when you log in tomorrow, you can see the button saying like Mark Me Present. Again, you have to press that button. Automatically, you can see your attendance in this column. So likewise, every day on a daily basis, you have to mark your attendance by clicking this button. And again, the button will be appear only once. Once you click that, the button will be disappear. So again, I'm repeating. So once you log in into the LMS, come to this self-attendance column. And then you can see like Mark Me Present red color button here. Just click that. Once you click that, your attendance will be marked automatically.
Yes.
And you have to repeat this every day. When I say every day, you cannot do this like a random time. We have a time for that. So from morning 9:30 to evening, I mean after 2 o'clock.
फेस्टिवल मध्ये आहे तुम्ही आता मध्ये रजिस्ट्रेशन गेम क्रिकेटच्या हे करा.
So yeah, and we have a time. So you are supposed to do this marking attendance from morning 9:30 to afternoon 2 o'clock. So this is the primary details for us. We will consider this LMS as a attendance, and we will not consider only this. We will also cross check these details in the MS team also. We also get an attendance from the MS team. We will also cross check these details in the MS team. For example, myself, if I put present for 5 days, but if MS team say like I have present only for 2 days, then I am not eligible for the certificate. Imagine now you have like absent on 5 days, but you have present on MS team, but still we will not consider that also because LMS is the primary. We will take this document, we will take this data first and we cross check this data with MS team. So if you don't have attendance in the LMS, then we don't even cross check with the MS team. If you have an attendance, then we cross check with the MS team. So please ensure like you are marking your attendance because like a lot of time what people are saying, like people came to me saying like, sir, you please go and check MS team. I have attended, but I have not marked my attendance. And in that case, like we are not in the position to release the certificate. So please ensure you are marking your attendance in the LMS on a daily basis. This is very, very primary and mandatory thing. So that's all about this LMS. And again, I'll also send you the list of people who have registered so far. If you have not registered yet, you can also register now. Till 1 o'clock, you have a time to register it. And again, I will approve all your, I need to approve it. If you're registering it now, don't use it immediately by using this test at 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to approve it from the backend, then only you can use it. So whoever registered till 11:30, I have approved it. If anybody is registering after 11:30, please wait till 1 o'clock. I will approve your LMS, and I also mention a message in the WhatsApp group. After that, you can start log in your LMS. Yes, ma'am.
Shashwata sir, I am unable to see the chat box here. What to do?
But ma'am, what information you want, ma'am?
I want the link for the attendance and the registration. And though I have registered a few days back, but I think you are asking for some other registration again.
No, ma'am, we are not asking for any other registration, only LMS. I'm not sure you're talking about the registration in the Google form or the LMS registration, ma'am.
LMS registration I'm talking about.
If you're already done with the LMS registration, we are not talking about any other registration.
No. I have done only WhatsApp registration few days back, which was done.
Few days means
today I haven't. Yeah. No, yesterday I didn't do, and today also I didn't because today only I got the link and I got connected to the WhatsApp link, and I'm unable to send the message through that because it's only for admin. So I couldn't contact
again, yeah. So again,
could you provide me the LMS link on my personal chat?
Ma'am, let me speak. Again, I'm not sure whether you're talking about the LMS registration or the Google Form registration. If you're done with the LMS registration already, then you can start use your LMS by using test at 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're not sure about the LMS registration, what I can do in the WhatsApp group, give me some time. In next 10 to 15 minutes, I will also post the LMS registration link. You can also register once again, and then you can start using this LMS by using the test at 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
What is the default
password? Is test@12345.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And test has to be in capital?
T is capital, T.
@12345.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is Manisha here. I want to know the LMS registration procedure and also the Outlook email ID.
Ma'am, we will talk about the LMS registration procedure once again at 1 o'clock because we have already repeated that 2-3 times. Please stay back in the session. Don't worry, even if you don't have any idea about this LMS, don't get panic. But please stay back in the session till last. We will again.
Sir,
yeah, we will talk about the LMS registration once again.
Sir, the password is not working.
So if the password is not working, please try again after 10-15 minutes. It will be working. So again, don't get panic. If not working, maybe we can also connect at 1 o'clock. You can also share your queries at the time. But try now. but ensure like you have a good internet. If it is not working, again try after 10 to 15 minutes. But don't get panic. We will resolve your queries. Even if you have any queries, we will resolve it today because you have to register your attendance in the LMS. We will solve all your queries by today itself. But if if it is
So we
not
have
working,
to log in.
please.
We have to log in as what? I mean, do we have to do? Is there any option for student or faculty, or just click on login? No?
Yes, you have to just click on login, ma'am.
But then it is not accepting the password, the default password that you are sharing.
Ma'am, when did you register, ma'am?
Yesterday.
Sir, username should be.
Ma'am, wait, ma'am. I think somebody is talking. Somebody's
Yeah,
talking.
I,
Ma'am,
I
when did you register,
registered
ma'am?
I registered yesterday itself.
Ma'am, can I have
But
your mail
still
ID?
it's
Either
not
can I have
giving me
Yeah,
a
it's mamta.webs.
please,
Shall I
please,
put
please,
it in
others,
chat?
please, others, please,
Right,
please,
sir,
please,
shall I put it in
Sir,
Mamta, ma'am, yeah, can I have your password, ma'am? I mean, you mail ID, ma'am.
mamta.vips@gmail.com. I'll just put it in the chat window.
So same thing is happening with me also. I have also registered yesterday, and the
Ma'am, wait.
password is also not
Yes, ma'am,
accepting.
I understand, ma'am. Yeah, wait, give me some time, ma'am. I'll just take Mamta's ma'am query.
Yeah, it's mamta.vips@gmail.com.
Yes, Shashank.
and I'm
Yes, Shashank.
I'm saying you can share your screen and on the notepad you can write down the password, the default password.
sorry.
Okay.
They are
Sir,
confused with
password is correct, but they are showing you are not registered. We already registered yesterday on the LMS portal, but still it's not giving us access.
Wait, ma'am, wait. Just give me one time. I mean, 1 minute. I'm just checking it. I know there are a lot of people are putting their message. I'm not in the position to see the message now, but give me some time.
Shashwat, this is the password, right? That I'm projecting.
Wait, I'm just checking the LMS.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
right,
I'm
right.
not able to, I'm not able to use it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have a anything to discuss, you can take a break. Maybe I can take a few queries of LMS, but you can take a break if others. Yeah, ma'am, just Mamta, ma'am, just a minute. I'm just checking your this thing.
Yes, I'm waiting, sir. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Ma'am, just 1 minute, ma'am. I'm just checking. Just 1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, Mamta, ma'am, can you once again check now and let me know?
I'm doing it, sir. Just give me a minute. Yeah.
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 So,
Now I think it is.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm
Yeah.
Dr. Bindya.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, just a minute, ma'am. Bindya, ma'am, just 1 minute. What I can do, we have already shared one Excel sheet. I'll again put that Excel sheet few minutes in the chat box. So what you can do, earlier we were using the cloud subscription sheet. Now I'll also open one more sheet for LMS challenges where you can mention your name and your mail ID. But please don't, all of you don't put your mail ID. If you're finding any difficult to open your login, please put your mail ID. I'll just check and I'll also respond to that. So that I can take all your queries before 1 o'clock, so that like by 1 o'clock we will sort out with all your queries. Is that fine, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how long is the break?
Hello, sir.
How long is
Break,
the break?
how long, Nadesan, how long is the break, Nadesan?
Yeah, can we give for 15 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah,
So we are
I'll start
starting
the
the
time.
break now. Yeah, thank you so much, Nadesan. We are starting the break now. It's going to be like 15 minutes. It's there on the screen also. But during this break time, if anybody have any question, I can try to help you
Sir,
on LMS.
I'm
Yeah.
Shalini.
I
Shalini.
have created the I have registered for LMS. Could you
Okay.
please check for my mail ID also?
Ma'am, when did you register, ma'am? Ma'am, when did you register, ma'am?
Actually, I registered in the morning with different mail ID, but here instance it was saying Outlook. So during the session only I registered with Outlook.
Your mail ID, ma'am. Can I have your mail ID?
Sir, Outlook, where
Ma'am, can
I
you put that in
can,
the chat box,
yeah, sure.
please?
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Dr. Cynthia.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Sir, I also registered yesterday, but I am not able to log in the LMS.
What is the challenge you're facing, ma'am?
Basically, the dashboard is showing that your email is not responding.
You put your mail ID in the chat box, ma'am. I'll quickly check that and let you know, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Sir, I have marked my attendance and it
Okay.
is
Hello, sir.
Ma'am, one by one,
Hello,
please. Please, one by one. Yeah.
Hello,
I
sir.
have marked
Hello, sir. My
this, it is
Pulito, sir.
I can hear some
Yes, sir.
male voice. May I know who is that?
Hello, sir. My name.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Sir, actually, I couldn't access.
Others, sir. I'll just mute all of you. You can again unmute yourself and you can speak, sir. Now you please unmute and speak, sir, please.
Hello, sir. My name is Pradipta Sarkar. I'm
okay.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Hello, sir.
Sir, you're audible.
Hello, sir.
Sir, you were audible to me.
Okay. Actually, sir, I couldn't find my name in the Excel, which you already shared in this particular chat box. But
Sir,
I already
in the Excel
in
sheet,
LMS.
sir, in the Excel sheet, we are not mentioning any name, sir. You have to mention your Outlook mail IDs in the Excel sheet. You have to do that, sir.
Sir, should I paste this Outlook email ID in Excel sheet in the chat
Yes,
box?
sir. You can do that. Sir, please do it in the Excel sheet, sir. Please.
Okay, sir. Just a minute.
Please do it in the Excel sheet, sir. Yeah.
So,
So
I
there was
couldn't
one.
find my name. I could not access the Excel sheet also.
Sir, then you can put it in the chat box. But yeah, we will take some more time to copy and paste your link. I mean, mail ID in the chat in the Excel sheet, sir.
More than 4 times I already pasted in chat box. Again, should I accept paste in the chat
Again, you
box?
can put that, sir. Again, you can put that, sir. And there was one message from I think Santa Marai. So please try with tested 1, 2, 3, 4 now. I think it's working now. Please re-register.
Sir, I already
Hello, sir. The chat box.
Hello, no, please. What we can go one by one. Sir, you were talking earlier. You put that in the chat box. We will try to copy and paste that in the Excel sheet, sir. Is that fine, sir?
Hello,
Sir,
sir. Sir, I'm able to log
Excel
in the LMS, but nothing is available on the dashboard.
Ma'am, can you put your screenshot in the chat box, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I do.
Please, ma'am. I'll take one by one. I think I'll first close this. I'll close this madam query. I think otherwise it will create a confusion. Again, I'm saying like it's a tea break. If you don't have any query, please go and have your tea. Because like after this tea break, we will continue with the technical session. If you
Hello,
don't have
sir.
any query,
May I
if you don't
say
have any
something?
query, please go with
Mail
the
ID
tea break.
chat box
And
as you
now,
asked.
Sir, dash box will be empty only. Like for giving attendance, she needs to click on the attendance tab. What I think, sir.
just a minute. Deepthi, ma'am, I think this is happening because of your internet. Ma'am, please try after some time, or please try with some other device.
Sir,
And let me know if you're still having this
my
problem.
other colleagues are able to do that. Only it's not visible on my screen.
That's what, ma'am. It is because of the internet. Please try to change your internet and please try to change your device also if possible and check, ma'am.
Sir, where is sheet link? Excel sheet
Ma'am,
link.
wait, please. Ma'am, is that fine, ma'am?
No, sir. Still, I am having the same issue. Others at my
Ma'am, that's
place
what
are
I'm
able
saying,
to.
ma'am. Ma'am, that's what I'm saying. Please try after 10 minutes with a good internet speed, ma'am.
I tried many times. Then only I have
Ma'am,
reported.
it is working. Ma'am, it is
please
working
tell
for
me where
everybody,
the
and
Excel
if it is
sheet
not
link.
working only for you, I think you have to check from your end, ma'am. If possible, please try with other devices also, ma'am, please.
Okay.
Sir, please tell me where is the Excel sheet link.
Sir, I
I'll put
already
that.
pasted my Outlook email ID.
Okay, so
Hello,
people
sir.
are working on that. They will add your subscription, sir. Please give us some time, sir.
Sir, please tell me
Hello,
where
sir.
is the Excel sheet
I
link.
couldn't access.
I'm testing it, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. I'm testing it, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Would you please share the Excel sheet link
नहीं हो
in the
रहा.
chat box?
Yes, I mentioned the Excel sheet in the chat box.
लॉगिन वॉगिन सब हो गया मेरा, तब से वो ही नहीं आ रहा.
Thank you.
हाँ सही है. हाँ इसी से.
Yeah, so if you are not able
Hello,
to log
sir.
in, please
Vinita
try
here.
again. Yes, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am.
Sir, I'm not able to, like when I'm giving for the login, it is telling into the dashboard when I'm trying to log in, it is not accepting the email ID which I have already given, sir.
Ma'am, if you don't mind, can you again give me your mail ID, ma'am?
Which I have registered.
Yes, ma'am.
The same happening with me. I have pasted my mail ID many times in the chat box. Again, I'm pasting.
Sir, I'm having same issue.
Yeah, maybe I think Shalini ma'am discussed earlier, ma'am. I'll take Shalini's ma'am query now. Shalini ma'am, have
Thank
you
you.
put your mail ID, ma'am? One second, please.
Yeah, I have pasted in the chat, sir.
What is your
Again,
mail ID, ma'am?
Sir, it's Outlook _
Ma'am, I'm not able to see your mail ID, ma'am.
Now, recently I pasted again. Outlook
Okay.
_ 2BC70D1.
Yes, ma'am. Wait, ma'am. Just give me a minute.
Sir, I have pasted my
Ma'am,
email ID, sir.
ma'am, when did you register, ma'am?
Yesterday only, sir.
Yesterday only, sir.
Okay. Ma'am, can you try now with tested 1, 2, 3, 4, please?
Okay.
Sure, sir, I will do that, sir.
Yeah. And Pratima, ma'am, may I know when did you register in LMS? Pratima, ma'am. Pratima, ma'am, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Myself Prashant.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Prashant, sir, tell me, sir.
Sir, I couldn't able to log in into LMS. There is
When
an
did you
issue.
register, sir? When did you register, sir?
Sir, 11:45, sir.
Sir, please give us some time, sir. By 1 o'clock, we will approve the remaining registration, sir. We have approved the registration which was done before 11:30. For all the remaining registration, we'll approve by 1 o'clock and we'll let you know, sir. Please wait till 1 o'clock, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So actually, I have added my Outlook link on the Excel sheet. Seems somebody is deleting the records.
Oh, I don't know who is doing that, but ma'am, if you don't mind, can you also once again put your mail ID in the
Because
Excel sheet? We are sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah,
everything
please
is
put that.
ready since long,
Yeah,
and I have put on the record.
ma'am, please put that again, ma'am. Ma'am, please put that again. We will ensure like this is not happening again. I'm sorry for that. Please put that again.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you
This
so
is
much.
also happening, sir. This is happening some time before also it is happening, sir.
Sir, I think the participant needs to be more. I think they have to behave like a faculty now. But yeah, please, faculty, please don't delete any information in the Excel sheet.
Sir,
But
actually,
yeah,
they
we
are
will-
not deleting. Sir, they are not deleting. The thing is that when we are typing, the overlapping is coming. That's the main problem.
Okay, when you're typing, ensure like, sir, if somebody is typing, like they can also you can also see the other name. But I think, sir,
No,
internally
sir.
you have to adjust with that. Maybe
Sir,
if
we are
it's
just not. It's not a problem, sir. It is happening like that. That's all.
Tanuja, yours?
okay, sir. But
am I
thanks for giving
audible?
the heads up, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
please
ma'am.
share the link for the LMS registration, sir, once again.
Yeah, I'll do that. Ma'am, give me some time. I'll do it, ma'am. Not able to access the LMS sheet.
Sir, did you able
Yeah,
to
I think
check?
there was one photo from I think Francis Shimali. I think this is because of the internet issues only. Please ensure like you have a good bandwidth. Please try with a good internet speed, ma'am. This is happening because of the internet.
Sir, Shalini
Hello,
here.
sir. Hello, sir.
Are you able to check for me?
Your good name, ma'am.
Shalini.
Ma'am, I think we are done now, ma'am. Did you try with tested 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes, sir. No, not happening still.
You tried now?
Sir, I'm Rajni Devkate here. The same problem with me. I'm trying so many times, but it's still not giving me access because I registered yesterday
Same, sir.
only, not today.
No, I think if multiple
It's not
signals
even
come.
accepting my mail ID.
Hello, sir. I'm having the
Ma'am,
same issue.
wait, ma'am, please understand me. It's not possible to take multiple queries at a time. Shalini ma'am was talking to me earlier. Ma'am, did you check now, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I checked again. It's still showing same problem in sign into sign dashboard.
Ma'am, your mail ID is like you already mentioned your mail ID is something Outlook, right? Outlook underscore.
Yes, sir. Outlook underscore.
Wait.
Can I tell you in Excel it is on 168 number.
Wait. Your Outlook, your mail ID is Outlook underscore 2BC70D1. That is your Outlook
Yes,
mail ID,
sir.
ma'am. Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Ma'am, wait. So I'll do one thing. Maybe it would be very difficult now to take all the challenges. So I kindly request all of you to mention that in the LMS. I mean, in the Excel sheet only. I'll take these challenges and I'll also fix it before 1 o'clock so that you can also mark your attendance. Once again, I'll post that in the chat box now.
Sir, I am Khushbu Soni.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have already created Outlook ID, but comment by Aginet is the your email ID is not correct.
6 ते 11 होतं माझं. मी ते A divisionचं
Ma'am, maybe you can
Sir,
also
I-
mention that
तुम्हाला नाही
you can
झालं, राधा
ma'am,
हडपडे just केलंय.
maybe you can mention the comment in the
आता
next
direct
column
2 to
saying
3
like
to 4 आहे.
whatever the comment you want to say, you can mention that in the
B
comment box.
division वरती ना? हा,
So that
sir,
like
B
the trainer
division ला
can look
ओम
at that.
सरांना दिलं picture.
The comment was that you need.
I'm sorry, I put everybody on mute, ma'am. Please unmute yourself, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Manisha. I tried to create an Outlook ID, but my
Okay.
previous Outlook ID is also there. So
Ma'am, if you're already having a previous Outlook ID, you can share that, ma'am.
I have already shared in the chat box, and
Please share it in the Excel sheet, ma'am.
when I go
Please
to
share it in the
the
Excel sheet, ma'am.
attendance, it is taking my previous batch 9,
Ma'am,
which
it
I
means like-
attended before.
Ma'am, it means you have not registered again. So that's what we discussed in the morning. If you're attending the same batch, same training program, you have to register in the LMS using a different email ID by using the link which is shared in the WhatsApp group. So don't use the
Acha,
previous
email ID should be different.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Okay, sir.
Rajni Devkate
I'll
here.
try it out. Otherwise, I'll come back to you.
Yes. So what I can
Sir,
do
can
now,
you
I
send
think
me the invitation link? Can you send me again? Sir, I'm Khushbu Soni.
No, what invitation link, ma'am?
Sir, actually, I have already created Outlook ID, but I'm not getting any invitation link on your
Ma'am,
Excel
give us-
file.
Ma'am, give us some time. The team is working on that. They will give you by end of today. We will give the subscription for everyone. Give us some time, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good
Sir, I'm Rajni
afternoon.
Devkate. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I think now it's almost like we are come to the end of the tea break also. So what I'll do, please, if you have any queries on LMS, please use that sheet to mention your queries. And we also have a
Sir,
trainer
because
now.
of this
Maybe
chat disability, I'm not able to post anything on chat box. So I already Outlook problem. I already mentioned you in a personal chat box.
ma'am, what do you do?
And
Yeah.
right now
If there
again
is-
I'm facing the
yeah.
problem with the
Hello,
LMS.
sir.
Wait. So if there is any specific query related to any specific person, what you can do, 2 o'clock, we will be again having a query session where you will be sharing your queries. So at that time, 2 o'clock, you can join the session and you can also share your queries. So that time we can take individual queries, but now it's a training time. I mean, tea time is over. Once again, I'm posting the LMS registration link now. Somebody was asking that. So I'm posting that LMS registration link. So please register if you have not registered yet. And also we have already shared the Excel sheet. You can mention your LMS queries in the Excel sheet. I kindly request all the participants to turn off your camera, please, which will save our internet. So please turn off your camera. And if anybody is not able to log in into your, I'm saying like turn off, like switch off your camera, please. If anybody not able to log in into your LMS also, please try again after 10-15 minutes using different different devices and different internet also. So now with this, I'm handing over this to Natation and Shashank.
Sir, before
last
ending,
one
please share
question,
the
sir.
LMS link.
It is already shared in the chat box now.
Sir, you have mentioned like some of them they have mentioned that the invitation hasn't accepted. How do we accept that invitation, sir? Where do we get that one?
இதுல போய் பார்க்கலாமா இன்னொரு வாட்டி?
Natation, you want to take?
Anita here, can you
Yeah.
please tell me?
Yes, we'll take it now.
Can you please tell me how we can accept it? Like invitation, where do we get that invitation?
Ma'am, we'll solve the query, ma'am. Just a sec, ma'am. Just a sec.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, I request all the participants to please turn off your camera. Please do not turn on your camera. And see, we will be starting with the technical things now. And I had shared in the beginning one Google sheet with you, right? And I've asked you to put your Outlook email IDs in that, right? And I told you that the Outlook email IDs, on those Outlook email IDs, we will be providing you. Ma'am, just a second, ma'am. Let me just finish the things. We'll start with the technical things. Otherwise, we would not be able to complete complete the technical things related to the FTP. So I have shared my screen again, and in the beginning I have shared this sheet with all the people, and I've asked you to put your Outlook email IDs in this, right? And we are going sequentially. We are providing the subscription to all the email IDs which are given here, right? And you can see the comments from our end that invitation sent and added in the subscription. I will let you know how to accept the invitation, how to open the Azure portal, how to find out the subscription as well right now. But ma'am, this is to all the people. This is basically a manual process where we manually add all the email IDs one by one, right? So it may take some time. Please wait. We will give you the subscription in some time. The team is working. Till now, I was adding the subscription. Right now, Natation is adding the subscription. So we would be adding the subscription in some time, the subscription which are pending. But till now, from this email ID, from serial number 216, I have given the subscription to most of the email IDs. Right. Now I will let you know how to accept this invitation, how to open the Azure portal, how to find out the subscription in that. Right. So if you have
இல்ல சார்
நீங்க அவர்கிட்டயே கொடுத்தாங்க இப்படிதான் எனக்கு வந்துச்சானா
be on mute. Yes. All the participants, please listen to me. It's a crucial part because if this is left, then you will not be able to access the Azure portal. Right. So what you need to do? Am I audible? Saswatan and Natation, can you confirm am I audible?
Sir, audible, sir.
Am I audible? Anyone? Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
Shashank, you're audible.
So what you need to do, the email IDs that you have provided to us, the Outlook email IDs, you need to open those Outlook email IDs, right? And by opening this, you might get a message like this, that you might get my name, Shashank Shekhar, invited you to access application with their organization. Like this email you must have received in your Outlook email ID. And there is a button accept invitation, right? There is a button accept invitation. What you can do, you can click on this accept invitation, right? My internet is Yes. So once you open my invitation, when you accept the invitation, you will be getting this my applications tab. Right.
Sir, your
You are
sound is
not
not
required to
clear.
do anything on this tab. Instead, what you will be required, you need to open a new tab.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
What?
Your voice is breaking. It is not coming properly.
Just a second.
Sir, still now I haven't get the invitation.
Sir, me also, sir.
I also didn't get any invitation. How do we proceed these things?
Sir, me also got invitation that I've already given the Excel sheet actually.
See, actually, it's a manual process, so it will take more time for us. Just check the comments provided by us in the Excel sheet. Like if you are able to see that D column where comments by EduNet is there, right? In that, if you are getting this comment, invitation sent and added in the subscription, which means that we have done the process at the back end. If you're not seeing that comments, which means still it is not processed, because we need to add one by one. So it will take more time. So don't worry, just listen to the process actually. Moreover, we will be sharing the recording as well of how to perform the practicals. So before today, you'll be getting the subscription. Don't worry about that. People, those who have got, they can do parallelly during the session. Those who have not got now, like kindly ensure that you are listening to the session properly. And if you want, you can also, we'll be sharing the link of the recording also by today. You can refer to the recording as well for performing the practicals.
Natation, am I audible?
Yes, Shashank. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Shashank.
Now, is my screen visible? Okay. So I was saying the faculty members who have received the invitation, and we are providing the invitation to all the people. Please don't write it one by one, just what is being delivered here, so you can follow the steps when you have received the invitation. So what you need to do, you need to accept the invitation. Once you accept this invitation, you will get this notification, which is you are not required to do anything on this page. What you need to do, you need to open a new tab. So and you can write here portal.azure.com.
Sir, your sound is breaking,
Portal.
sir. Not audible, sir.
So your screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible for the 4 days.
Natation, just give me 2 minutes. I'm connecting back. I guess there are some network issues at my end.
Okay, Shashank. Yeah. Yeah, there is some network issue. Like he'll be joining in another few minutes.
Yeah, we are not able to see anything. I mean,
Yeah, he has not shared anything. We are not sharing anything. I'll just share my screen. Are you able to see
sir,
my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, actually, like I'll just show you like how we'll be adding the user actually. Like if you just go here now, like this is what we are doing at the back end actually. So we need to add the members. Okay, if you just see here, there is a select members is there. Here I can give the mail ID of the person. For example, this person we have already given. So I need to select that and I need to give this. Once I do that now, you'll be getting the invitation in your mail ID actually. So this we have to do it one by one. So like you could see here, there is a lot of participants are there. So it will take more time, at least for providing access for a particular person. No, like though we are doing it fast, you know. Yeah, though we are doing it fast now for one person now, at least it could take 2 to 3 minutes of time. So it might take more time. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Sir, am I audible? Sir,
Yes,
can you please share the Excel sheet? The link of Excel sheet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I'm not able to get it in my chat box.
Unmute பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன். இது unmute ஆயிருக்கிறதுனால நம்ம பேசுறதெல்லாம் கேட்கும்ல.
kindly participants, others, please mute yourself. Oh, ma'am, just check the chat window and just share the link. So, like I've shared the link again in the chat window. Those are not able to access that. You can just
Hello,
click that.
Natation.
Yes, Shashank.
Now, is it better?
Yes, Shashank, it's better.
Excuse me, sir. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Shalini Goyal. Sir, I want to ask whether I need to create a email ID on Outlook for accessing this thing, or I can do with Gmail ID also.
No, ma'am.
no,
You are
ma'am.
required to create Outlook email ID for Azure subscription.
That is required for LMS registration also.
No.
After that, I have to create an ID on Outlook and then I have to enter the things. Is that
Yes.
so?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, I request all the participants to please be on mute now. I am into stable connection and we can continue with the things. I hope I am properly audible now and my screen is also visible.
Your screen is visible, but your voice is still breaking.
No, your screen is not visible. Sir, your screen is not visible. Yeah, screen is not visible.
Okay, so I was saying you need to open a new tab and in this new tab you need to write down portal.azure.com.
So ma'am ஒரு சின்ன
So once you open this I request all the participants please be mute.
இல்ல ரெஜிஸ்டர் மட்டும் பண்ணி விட்டீங்கன்னா
Okay, so once you are on this portal, on this Azure portal, what you need to do, you need to check here, right? Here your email ID should be written on the right hand side, on the top right hand side, and you need to see AdNet Foundation here, right? It's a directory. Basically, the subscription is created in one directory and the name of the directory is AdNet Foundation. If AdNet Foundation is not coming here, what you need to do, you need to click on your profile. You need to click on switch directory and your current directory should be AdNet Foundation. You need to ensure this first, right? Open the Azure portal and you need to check whether you are in AdNet Foundation directory or not, right? So if you can see here, I am currently in AdNet Foundation directory, which is my current directory, right? Once this is done, you need to write here in the search bar. So this is the search bar here. This is the search bar on the Azure portal. You need to click on the search bar and you can write subscription. So you will write 2-3 letters. You will automatically get the recommendation and you can click on this subscription. Once you click on this subscription, you will get the subscription named as EduNet. This is the name of the subscription and the same subscription we have given to you. So those who have accepted the invitation, those who are in EduNet Foundation directory, those who have into the subscription, they must be getting this EduNet subscription on their mail IDs. Right? I hope you have got the subscription now. And those who have not received the subscription, those who have not received the invitation, please wait for some time. The team is currently working and we will be giving you the subscription. Just please write down the steps on a piece of paper so that once you receive
Sorry,
the
sir,
invitation,
can you
you can
repeat
follow
that steps again, sir, from accepting the invitation?
Sure, sir.
Because
Sure.
it is only showing apps in my this one. After I accept, it is just showing apps.
So, sir, if it is showing apps, open a new tab. Once you are on this apps wala page, open a new tab and write down portal.azure.com. PORTAL portal.azure.com. So once you open this portal.azure.com, you need to ensure that you are in EduNet Foundation directory. Our subscription is basically created in EduNet Foundation directory. So you need to be in EduNet Foundation directory if you want to access the subscription. Once you are in EduNet Foundation directory, what you need to do, you need to open or you need to go to this search bar, click on subscription, write on subscription SUBS. It will automatically be start recommending subscriptions with the key icon. And if you click on subscription, you will get this subscription. The name of the subscription is EduNet, EDUNET. And we would be creating the resources within this subscription. Right?
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So now we would be moving on to our first practical, which is creating a virtual machine on this particular Azure platform. Right. We all know that we have studied that virtual machines. I want to highlight one concept with you. So there are two things. Right. There are two things. I hope my screen.
What about that?
What?
It is showing the cost 36.
It is showing
On subscriptions, it is showing cost of something 36,000.
no issues, ma'am. You are not required to take care of that cost. We are taking care of it. But the resources that we will be using, it will be start incurring the cost. So the resources that we will be creating, after creating the resource, we will be deleting it from the backend. So if you have created a resource and if you want to access it in the evening, you will not be getting it because we would be deleting it before from the backend so that it does not incur much cost. Right. So there are terms that I need to mention here. First is
Hello. Sir, can you
host
repeat
machine.
the Azure portal login?
Sir, just give me some time. One thing is host machine. Second term is guest machine. Right. These are two terms that we need to understand, the host machine and the guest machine. So the system that we are using currently, maybe some of you are using Windows, some of you are using Mac OS, or some of you are might be using Linux or Ubuntu. Right. These systems are known as host machine. The system on which we are currently working, it is known as host machine. Right. And the next term is guest machine. So guest machine is which is coming for few time, just like guest, they are coming for few days, they are coming for few hours, they are coming for few time, and then they are going away. Right. So we are having, or we create some guest machine on our host machine, and these guest machines are known as VMs, which are known as virtual machines. Right. These are known as VMs. So if you have created or if you have worked on virtual machine, you might have seen that if you have a Windows virtual machine. So right now I am using my Windows virtual machine and I have a guest machine as well as on my system, which is Linux. So my host machine is Windows that I'm currently using. And I've also created one guest machine, which is Linux on my system. Right. So this guest machine will come in for some time. And then after my work is over, it will vanish. Right. So this is the difference between host machine and guest machine, and the guest machines are known as VMs. The next term is VMM, which is virtual machine monitor, or somewhere you need you will get it manager as well. Right, virtual machine monitor or virtual machine manager. It is that entity which manages your virtual machine on the host machine. Right, it manages the files, it manages the operations, it manages the transactions that your virtual machine is making on the host machine. Right. So overall virtual machine is being managed by VMMs, which is virtual machine monitor manager. Right. Now next terms that you need to understand, there are two types of virtual machines. There are two types of VMs. First type of VM is process VM. And second type of VM is system VM. First type of virtual machine is process VM. Second type of virtual machine is system VM. Now, After some time, after few minutes, what we will be going to do, we will be creating one virtual machine on my portal, on my Azure portal, and I would be hosting one web page on that, right? Now I am doing, or I am creating that virtual machine for my practice purpose, because I am conducting an FDP. I need to show all the faculty members how do we create a machine, how do we create a virtual machine on the Azure portal, and I would be hosting one page, so that would be a practical. My practical is done, right? And then all the faculty members can replicate this with their students as well. So if I am using the virtual machine for some time, for a process, right now what is my process? My process is I want to create a virtual machine and host a web page. That's it. So this is known as process VM. This is known as process VM, where I am utilizing the virtual machine for some time. I am taking help of Azure, or I am taking help of AWS. These type of virtual machines are known as process virtual machines. Next type of virtual machine is system virtual machine. So you might have heard one hypervisor, one software which is known as Oracle VirtualBox. Oracle VirtualBox. This Oracle VirtualBox is a hypervisor that helps you to download, that helps you to work on your virtual machines. So these virtual machines remain on your system for a longer duration. So I was talking to you that I am using my Windows virtual machine, which is my host virtual machine. And I have also one guest machine in my system, which is Linux. So that Linux virtual machine in my system is a system VM because it is residing in my system for a longer duration. I have used one hypervisor, which is known as Oracle VirtualBox, and I have installed Linux virtual machine in my system. Right. So now I have understood that you have got the difference between process virtual machines and system virtual machines. Process virtual machines are used for shorter duration, and that can be created with the help of Azure, AWS, or any other cloud platform that you are using. Once the process of the virtual machines is completed, we remove it. Next, we have system virtual machines. System virtual machines are installed on your host machine with the help of a hypervisor. That hypervisor can be anything. I am using Oracle VirtualBox. You can use some other. Right. So this is an overview of virtual machine, and virtual machines are monitored with the help of a software known as Virtual Machine Monitor, or it may sometimes be called as Virtual Machine Manager as well. Right. So I hope the things are clear to you on the part of virtual machines. Right. Now we will be understanding how do we create a virtual machine on this Azure portal. Before going into the resources, see, there are two things. I'm just creating another slide so that I can give you another idea of the things on this Azure portal. There are two things. One thing is resources. One thing is resources, and the next thing is resource group. One thing is resources, and the next thing is resource group. Right. There are multiple resources that we can create on Azure platform. I was saying in the beginning that we can create VM. We can create database. We can create data factory. We can create load balancer. We can create machine learning concept. Right. We can integrate Power BI as well with Azure. Right. These resources can be created on Azure, and these resources are residing in the resource groups. So you can have it like this. These are files. These are our files. These resources are files. And we have these resources, we have these files in one folder, and that folder is known as resource group. That folder is known as resource group. Right. So suppose if I'm conducting this FDP, I can create one resource group, FDP batch 11. This is the name of my resource group, and whatever the resources that I will be using, I will put all those resources. This is resource 1, this is resource 2, this is resource 3, this is resource 4, this is resource 5. I will put all these resources into one folder, into one resource group, which is FDP batch 11. That's it. Right. So before going with the resources, I will let you know how to create a resource group. Right. This is just for your information, but I request all the faculty members to not create any new resource group. We will be using only one resource group that we will be creating in the starting of a day. Right. So to create a resource group right now, you do not have any services available here because I am continuously using the Azure portal. That is why the subscription, user, resource group, all resources, these things are visible to me. But currently, if you look into your dashboard, it will be completely empty. So to avail any service, you need to write down here resource group. Suppose I am creating resource groups. Right. You can see there are multiple resource groups that are created here because we have trainings going on in the cloud. You need to create one resource group. To create one resource group, on the top left, you will get one button which is known as create. You can click on this create button. And on this create button, you can see subscription. The first detail is subscription. So in which subscription you want to have your resource group? There are multiple subscription that I can give you. Right. But currently we have only one resource group, which is EduNet. Right. So I have EduNet EduNet subscription selected here. I am creating one resource group, which is FDP day 1. That is already there. I can create FDP day 1. I request all the faculty members to not create any resource group because you will be using this FDP underscore day 1. This FDP underscore day 1 will be visible to you as well on your dashboard. Right, because it will be very difficult for us after the session to identify or to delete these multiple resource groups. Right, and we can also analyze from this resource group that how many resources are being created. Right, so do not create any new resource group. This is just for your reference. This is just for your knowledge that how do we create a resource group on the Azure portal. We will be using this FDP underscore 1. Next is reason. So you might have heard that Microsoft has put multiple servers across the globe. They have their servers in India, in central India. They have their server in Bangalore. They have their server in Hyderabad. So they have given you the location. They have given you the reasons, right? That in which reason you want to create these resources, right? So currently we'll use US East. We'll use USTs, right? Now for your reference, the resources on a particular reasons are limited. Suppose you can see here there are multiple resources, there are multiple reasons given here, and if you want to create a virtual machine, so suppose there are 10 blocks, right? There are 10 blocks, and in each block there are 50 sticks, and I give 50 sticks to first 50 faculty members. Then what I'll do, to the 51st faculty, I will be giving the stick from the second box. So similar, there is a concept that on each resource, on each region, there are some limited resources available. So suppose in East US, there are 50 virtual machines available. Now the 51st faculty member would be coming in. He will not be able to access US East. He needs to go to some other region. So this is, I am telling because you will be start facing it when you will be performing the practicals, that you might getting an error that the resources are not available on a particular region because the resources which are available are already utilized. So what you need to do, you need to change this region. You would be required to change this region, right? So I have given the subscription details. I have given the resource group. I have given the reason. Just click on review plus create. Once your validation is passed, click on create. So here you can see resource group created, right? Your resource group created, which is FDP underscore day 1. What you can do, you can refresh your page and you can click on resource group. You will start getting this FDP underscore day 1 as well. Great. I hope you are getting the things. If you have any doubt, please stop me in between.
Sir, please repeat the steps.
Sure, ma'am.
After
So, ma'am,
getting the resource group, what am I supposed to do? I'm seeing so many options.
Ma'am, if the resource group, if you're able to see this resource group FDP_day1, you need to stop. We'll be moving ahead. Are you able to see this FDP_day1 resource group on your dashboard, all of you?
No, sir. No, sir.
Ma'am, you need
Yes,
to
sir.
refresh your, please refresh your portal.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. Now next task
Sir,
is,
what are you able to see, sir?
now next
Sir,
task
I'm
is,
able to see only start with Azure free trial.
ma'am, I'll take your query after some time. Just give me some time. I need to do one practical so that all the faculty member can replicate. Now I request all the faculty members to replicate the same thing along with me. We would be start creating a virtual machine for Windows. What you need to do, go to search bar and click on write down virtual machine. I have already told you in the beginning that whatever services you want to avail from this Azure portal, you need to write down in the search bar. So I have written VIR and I will get virtual machines, right? Click on virtual machines. Click on virtual machines. Now, if you are onto this virtual machine page, currently you can see there are no virtual machines to display. There are no virtual machines. We would be creating the virtual machines. So there are two ways of creating a virtual machine. First is you can click on create button here from here as well. And you can click on the create button from here as well. There are two options. Both will work. Right. So you can click on any of the options, click on create and click on Azure virtual machine. Click on Azure virtual machine. I have clicked on Azure virtual machine. Now, see on this Azure virtual machine page, I hope all of you are on this page. I hope all of you are on this page. I hope all the faculty members. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, we didn't receive any mail on that Outlook. So,
Ma'am, that is, ma'am, I understand. It's a manual process. It may take some time. What I want you to do is write down the steps. And once you have received the invitation, you can follow the procedure. And we would also be sharing the recording of a day towards the evening in the WhatsApp group.
Sure. And so same steps will be on Mac also.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. There will be different steps for Linux. We'll see if we get time for Linux. I don't think we will be able to complete Linux today, but okay. I'm sure if we can do Windows today. So I hope all of you are on this page. If you are not able to be on this page, I'm repeating the steps again. What you need to do, go to your dashboard. This is your dashboard. In the search bar,
My
write
screen
virtual.
is not visible now. No, it has come fine. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I just received the invitation mail. After I accept the invitation, I am on myapplication.microsoft.com. Then what should I do?
Yes, ma'am. I also told a few minutes back that if you are on my apps page, you need to open a new tab and you need to write portal.azure.com. Then you will be on. Click new tab, open new tab. This is new tab, and write down portal.azure.com.
Okay, sir. Portal.
Yes. So
Sir, we are. I wanted to ask you again. Taking queries.
Ma'am, just give me some time. Let me finish this virtual machine for Windows. Otherwise, we will not be able to complete. I'll take the queries.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question. I have got the invitation and I also clicked that invitation, but still now I have already at the portal.azure.com, but the directory is not coming still now.
Ma'am, can you directly search for subscription if you're getting this EduNet subscription?
Actually, now that is coming. That is my under the under my name. That is my Microsoft account and switch directory. Can I click on the switch directory?
If click on
May I
switch directory and click on EduNet Foundation. You must be in EduNet Foundation directory.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So we move forward. We click. We will be creating the virtual machines. I have written VIR TUAL and we click on virtual machines. Right. To create a virtual machines, there are two options available to me. First option is on the top left corner and the second option in between the screen. You can click any of these options. Right. And you need to click on Azure Virtual Machine. Click on Azure Virtual Machine. Now on this create virtual machine, you will get number of options, number of fields to be filled. Basically, these are the basic details that you need to provide to your virtual machine. Right. So first thing is the subscription, that in which subscription you want to host this resource. So I want to have host this resource in EduNet. Then it will ask you in which folder or in which resource group you want to create this resource. So I already told you in the beginning that we would not be creating any new resource group. We would be using the same resource group that I have created a few minutes back. So the name of the subscription is FDP _ day one. You will also get this subscription on your dashboard, right? Now I need to give the name of my virtual machine. So the name of my virtual machine that I'm giving you, Shashank Windows. This is the name of my virtual machine. You can give the name of your virtual machine as per your choice. There is no hard and fast rule that it should be the name. You can give the name as per your choice. It can be your name, Windows, it can be any name. But you must remember what is the name that you have given to your virtual machine, right? So I have given the subscription name. I have given the resource group that I want to have this resource under FDP _ day one resource group. My virtual machine's name is Shashank Windows. The reason that I'm selecting US East, right? You also please select US East in the beginning. If it is not working, then you can change the reason. The same concept that I have explained to you a few minutes back, that there are certain resources available at a region. If those resources are consumed, you need to change your reason, right? So I'm sticking with East US. Then next option is availability options. What are the availability options you want to have it? Right, availability zone, virtual machine, scale set, availability set. So there are some sets available, right? There are some objects available on the region, right? And it will ask you to use one of the objects from that set. But as we are doing this for our practical purpose, we are not doing any heavy computation, we are not doing any data analysis, we are doing for our practice. We will be using that. We don't need any infrastructure. We don't need any infrastructure right now, right? This is for our practical purpose. No infrastructure redundancy required, right? I want to create a simple virtual machine with no extra features available, right? Then the next tab is security type. So what kind of security you want to have? You need to have the standard security. I don't want to make it a confidential one. I don't want to make it as a trusted launch virtual machines. Just a standard virtual machine would work, right? Click on standard. As I've already told you that we are not creating any virtual machines for heavy computations for our work. We are just doing it for a practical purpose, right? Because if you start giving it more features, it will start incurring the cost, right? So with the practical purpose, we also need to take care of the cost as well. The cost should be minimum, right? Now it will ask you the image that you want to create what type of virtual machine. So right now, if you are not getting any option here, you can click on see all images. You can create on see all.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
In the instance, it is the name of virtual machine. We have to put as you Shashank.
You can give any name, ma'am.
Any,
You
okay.
can give any name to your virtual machine. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So I want to select the virtual machine that I want to create, right? So right now, if you go back to this page, image you need to give. Right now you are not getting any option here, right? To see all the images which are available, you need to click on see all images. Click on see all images, and you will be start getting here which operating system you want to have for your virtual machine. So I would recommend all of you to select Microsoft Windows 10. Microsoft Windows 10 Pro version 22H264 Gen 1. Please select this virtual machine. Windows, I am repeating once again, Windows 10 Pro version 22H264 generation 1. Select it and it will be loaded here.
Sir, please repeat the version again.
Sir, I am not getting it.
What?
Sir, I am not getting a Windows 10 version because I am using Windows 11 platform here.
Sir, under Windows 10, which version? I mean,
Sir, Windows 11
Windows
I'm also
10.
using. Windows 11 I'm also using for my host machine. This OS I'm asking you to select for your guest machine, your virtual machine. You must be getting it. Windows 10 Pro. If you click on this see all images, click on see all images.
I'm going there, but Windows 10 Pro.
Scroll down, it must be there, sir. Windows 10, Microsoft Windows 10. To select it,
desktop virtual machine.
To select it, write down on this select. Click on this select. Okay. So if you click on this select, you will start getting multiple versions available for Windows 10. Yes, and I would request you to select Windows 10 Pro version 22H264 Gen 1.
Yeah, the first option.
The first option, everyone.
Thank you.
So if you click on this, it will automatically be loaded here for the image.
Sir, sorry to disturb, but Gen 2 is available, Gen 1 is not showing.
I mean, it must be there. It must be there. You need to scroll it up. So it must be there. Okay. Now moving forward, we have the VM architecture tab available here. So VM architecture is by default onto 64. If you want to access this virtual machine for your mobile, then ARM64 is used. But right now we are accessing it on our desktop. That is why we have kept this for Cross 64 Gen. So it will be by default 64. Now next is the size.
Sir, I got your mail and I have been able to register.
Ma'am, I request all of you to please follow me. I am taking a break. I am repeating the steps one again from the beginning.
So right? I'm not seeing any apps basically.
Ma'am, you will not be able to see any app. You will not be able to see any app. If you are on My Apps page, what you need to do, you need to open a new tab. Just open a new tab and write down portal.azure.com. Then you will be able to see the dashboard.
So, but then I'm not able to see that folder of EduNet.
Ma'am, you need to search for it. Write down subscription on the top. In the search bar, you need to write down the subscription, then you will get it.
In subscriptions, it is showing empty list.
Ma'am, check you are in EduNet Foundation directory. Ma'am, I was telling to everyone that please write down the steps. I'm repeating it once again. If you have not, ma'am, can you please be on mute, everyone? I'm repeating it once again. If you have still not received the subscription, please write down the steps on a piece of paper. Right? So we are on this create a virtual machine page. I'm repeating the steps again. Please write down it. You need to put the subscription. The name of the subscription is EduNet. You need to put the resource group. The name of the resource group is FDP_day1 that I have created, and you all need to compulsorily use this resource group only. Do not create any other new resource group. Virtual machine name. The name of the virtual machine can be anything of your choice. I have given it Shashank Windows. You can give any name of your choice. The next thing is region. In region, you can select you preferably I would ask you to select East US, but if it is saying that East US is occupied or if it is not available, then you can select any other region, right, which is available. The next option is availability option. So availability mein, if you can see, there are multiple options available, but if we are creating this virtual machine for the practical purpose only, that is why we would keep it very simple and we would not add any extra features to it, right? So I'll write no infrastructure redundancy required. Next is security type. I request participants please be on mute. I am seeing some faculty member who is speaking. Yes, I have muted it now, everyone. Now the next is security type. Security type must be standard, right? I do not want to make it as a confidential virtual machine. Just keep it a simple. Just keep it very simple. Then next is image. That the guest machine, the virtual machine that you want to create, what would be the OS? So right now, if you're not getting anything here, just click on see all images here. See all images. If you click on see all images, you will get this Microsoft Windows 10 option here. If it is not visible to you on the first line, just scroll back, you will get it. Please do not select any other thing. Microsoft Windows 10, click on select and you need to select this version, Windows 10 Pro version 22 H264 Gen 1. You need to select it. It will automatically be loaded onto your virtual machine page, right? Next is VM architecture. So VM architecture is kept by default as x64. If you want to create this virtual machine or if you want to access this virtual machine on the mobile, then ARM64 is used. But right now we are not going to access it on the mobile phone. That is why we have kept it for x64 only. Next is size. Now this is important thing. That what size you want to have it for your virtual machine. Right, currently it might be an empty field for you. It might be an empty field for you. If you click on see all sizes, if you click on see all sizes, you will be start getting the number of sizes. So it refers the multiple sizes for virtual machines available. What would be the RAM? What would be the storage available? Right? How many disks are there? What would be the number of CPUs available? So it will give you it will be start giving you the sizes of the virtual machines. And you can also see the amount cost here. So if we choose this virtual machine, which is having one CPU, RAM of 3.5 GB with local storage available at 7 GBs, the cost is 4,000 rupees. And similarly, if you would be exceeding the CPUs, the RAM, the local storage, your cost would be higher, right? So what I would recommend here, because we are not, just as I have mentioned in the beginning as well, we are not doing any work. We are just creating a virtual machine for the practical purpose. There is one free service available. The name of this virtual machine size is B1S, B for ball, 1S. I would request all the faculty members to choose this B1S. And you can see the cost is 596 rupees for a month for this B1S, where you will get only one CPU, you will get 1 GB of RAM, and you will get 4 GB of memory, right? So click on B1S. Please do not select any other size. It will be taking the cost. We want to keep it very minimum, right? So select B1S and click on select. So if you select it, you will get the size here, standard underscore B1S, 1 CPU, 1 GB of memory, which costs around 596 rupees per month, right? Now next is administrator account. So you might be having one username and password. When you open your laptop, when you open your host machine, you might be entering some password so that it is secure from some other person. So similar feature it is having here. You can write down the username. What would be the username of your machine? So for example, I am writing admin123. You can give any name of your choice. Give any name of your choice, right? Then you can put the password. The password can be anything of your choice, but it should be a combination of small letter, capital letters, number, and special characters, and should be of minimum length 12. So I'm giving one password for of my choice. You can give of your choice. So I've given the password and the password is matched. You can see with the help of these green ticked sign that my password is correct on both the things. Right? I hope you have given the username. The username can be any name of your choice. Sorry, I've given you, I suppose you have given the password as well. The password can be any password of your choice, but it should be a combination of small capital letters, numbers, special characters, and the minimum length should be 12. Right? Now
Hello?
next is, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I have got the invitation, but when I accept the invitation, it is opening a page in my apps dashboard. But after that, when I'm add apps, portal.azure.com, then it is opening a page, but it is not showing anything in
Ma'am,
the
you are not
resources.
required to add any apps here. If you are on this my apps page, please open a new tab. This is the new tab. And open portal.azure.com. Ma'am, simply if you are in the Google Chrome, just click on this plus sign. You will be on this new tab. This new tab will be opened. Open a new
1
tab.
minute. Let me try.
Open a new tab and write
Yes, sir.
portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. You will be landing on Azure platform. And you can check the directory. It should be ADNet Foundation. If it is not there, you can click on switch directory. I have given the steps. I've repeated all the steps 2 times. And in the search bar, you can write down subscription. You will get ADNet subscription.
I have done switch directory, but it is not showing anything after that.
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
it is showing
Okay,
that.
ठीक है. Ma'am, you can in the search bar, you can write down subscription and you will get ADNet subscription. Okay, next thing is.
It is not found there.
Okay, ma'am, I'll take your query. I'll take your query in some time, ma'am. I'll just let me finish this particular virtual machine. So we need to provide the inbound rules as well. So to access this virtual machine on my host machine, there is one RDP required, which is remote desktop protocol, right? It's a user interface that would help us to access this virtual machine on my host machine. So I would recommend you the port number for RDP is 3389. I would also recommend you to click on drop down and add HTTP as well. Add HTTP because this HTTP I have already told you in the beginning that after creating this virtual machine, we would be hosting one web page. And to open a web page, we would need a protocol named as Hypertext Transfer Protocol and the port number is 80. So what I would recommend you to add HTTP as well in the ports. So this HTTP would be required to access the web page. This RDP would be required to access this virtual machine on the host machine, right? Now click on licensing. Select the licensing. There are multiple tabs available here. Disk networking management. No need to do anything. We'll just click on review plus create. Check this box. Check this for license box and click on review plus create. Once you click on this review plus create, it will start validate. It will be running your validation and your validation should be passed. And you can see the size as well.
So do
The
we
size
have to
that
check
you have.
the licensing option as well? Do we have to
Yes,
check?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You need to check it and click on review plus create. Now, if you can see on this page, once your validation is passed, you can see the price, the size that you have selected B1S, which is having 1 CPU, 1 GB and 4 GB of RAM. It is costing 0.81 rupees per hour. So if your virtual machine is running for 2 hours, it will be 1.5 rupees, 1.6 rupees costing. Right. So make sure that you are getting this this cost in less than a rupee or near to a rupee, not more than that, right? So once your validation is passed, you can click on create. You can click on create. So it will be deploying your virtual machine on the portal. It will say submitting deployment. It will take some time to deploy this virtual machine on your Azure portal. It may take 1 minute or more than 1 minute as well.
Excuse
So
me,
we'll,
sir.
yes,
Do we need to select any inbound ports? I missed that part, like RDB or HTTP.
ma'am, you need to select one would be automatically selected, which is RDP. You can drop down and select HTTP as well with port number 80.
Yeah, okay, got it. Thank you.
So we'll wait until our deployment is in progress. Let's wait for this virtual machine to be deployed. I hope, and once your virtual machine is deployed, please post your screenshot in the chat box. I want to see that.
Sir, can you
Yes, sir,
repeat that process? Sir,
Ma'am,
excuse
it
me,
would be
the
little.
virtual machine.
Sir, we are having a failed
It is
deployment.
giving me a message. It has failed.
Ma'am, redeploy it. Redeploy it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, for me, deployment failed, sir.
How redeployed, sir?
Sir, I also got failed. Deployment is failed.
Ma'am, if the deployment is failed, you can click on this redeploy button again and check the settings as well. Check the things that you have put in the while creating a virtual machine.
Setting is
Okay,
then again we have to say again.
It is all blank. It is all blank now.
We have to go again do the process.
And please please put the details again, and if you think that the details that you have put is correct, then you can click on redeploy. It will start deploying again.
So it is asking for us to change this to generation 2.
Sir,
What
whether
it is
admin password.
Sir, where is the redeployment?
Sir, here on the top of this deployment page, you will get this redeploy button. You can click on this redeploy. It will
Sir,
start
after
deploying again.
redeploying it again go to the blank pages, and here admin password, this field is blank. What we have to do?
Ma'am, you can create again a virtual machine. The steps are known to you. You can quickly put the things and create another virtual machine. And make sure that you are in
You need to
stable
work
network.
again.
Make
Sir,
sure
what
that you
will
are
be
in
the
stable
admin
network.
account? What will be
Ma'am,
the
that you
admin
can,
account and password?
you can
give
any of your choice. You are the admin of that
Okay, sir.
virtual machine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And ma'am, and sir, I request all of you to please be in a good network if you are working on cloud.
Excuse me, sir, that request not received yet, sir.
Jawan ho gaya?
Ma'am, if sir, if the validation is failed, you need to go back to again basics tab. Go back again to basics tab and check the details that you have filled for a virtual machine.
Okay.
It might be an error there.
Excuse me, sir, that request not received yet, sir.
सारा blank हो गया ना?
What request?
Sir, for joining that portal, not request not received, sir, in the Outlook mail.
One thing I'd like to mention is that in the resource group, there are 2 resource group of FDP day 1 is showing. Which one is correct?
Who has created? Someone has created a new resource group. Sir, the name is same. FDP underscore. The correct is FDP underscore day 1. Day 1 is sticking together.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there are many other options that is coming while redeploying. It is saying network security, group name, subnet name. I mean, there are certain default options that are already filled.
No, ma'am. No. You need to fill the options which are available on basics tab only. Do not go into any other tab. Keep it by default.
Yes, sir. Another thing is that at the size, when we are selecting the BS1, it is showing a message that one virtual CPUs are needed for configuration.
Okay,
But
so
only
sir, what
zero
you can do, sir, what you can do, maybe this is the reason that in East US B1S is selected for well, it is occupied by all the people. So what you can
Okay.
do, you can change the region. Instead of East US, you can go to some other region and then you can
Right.
go to
Can I go
B1S.
for India specific, right?
Yes. So here you can see for me the deployment is complete. So
Shashank,
For
sir,
now
me also it is completed and I've
completed,
shared
sir.
the screenshot.
great. Those who have not able to, whose deployment is not complete, I request all of you to please create a virtual machine again, check all your details, and please in a suitable environment, you need to sit with a proper internet connection. So once your
Sir,
deployment
once
is completed, ma'am, just
Excuse
give
me,
me 10
sir.
minutes. Just give me 10 minutes.
Excuse me, sir.
Ma'am, just give me 10 minutes. Let me finish the spectacle. We'll take the query. We'll take the query. So once your deployment is completed, you need to click on this go to resource. Click on this go to resource, and here you can see all the details about your virtual machine, the resource group, the status, the location, the subscription, the operating system, the size, the IP address of your virtual machine. Right now, what you need to do, you need to connect this virtual machine. Right. So here on the top left hand, you can see there is a button connect. Please click on this connect button. Please click on this connect button. And you will get two options here. I request all the participants to please be on mute and please follow the steps.
Sir, can you please repeat the step once again, please?
Okay, so sir, I was saying once your
Please
deployment,
repeat.
yes, I'm repeating. So I was saying once your deployment is completed, there is a button go to resource. Please click on go to resource. Click on go to resource. And once you click on go to resource, you will be on this page. You will be on this page. Right? So what you can do, you can click on this connect. On this page, you can click on this connect, and there are two options available to you. First is connect, and the second one is connect via Bayesian. So you need to select simple connect. Connect, so click on simple connect, and you will get this RDP file, which is remote desktop protocol file. Click on this remote. Now there are two ways of connecting your virtual machines. I will be telling you both the ways. Right. So first is you can click on connect, and you will get this RDP file. You can click on this download RDP file, and you will see one RDP file is being downloaded in your local system. Right. One RDP file is downloaded in your local system. Go to your local machine. Go to your downloads. Okay. So if you have downloaded the RDP file, go to your downloads folder. Go to your downloads folder and you will see this file, shashankwindows.rdp. Shashankwindows.rdp. Click on this file which you have downloaded. Right, a window will appear, remote desktop connection, and click on connect. Click on connect. And it will say enter your credentials. So you remember I have given the admin username as admin123. And it will be asking my password, the password that I have given while I was creating a virtual machine. So my password is, I'm putting my password. You can give your password as well. And click on OK. And click on yes.
Yeah, it's showing some error while trying to connect to the machine.
Sir, what is the error? And you can see here the virtual machine is started with the username.
It says that remote desktop cannot connect to the remote computer for one of the reasons. Remote exit server is not enabled. Remote computer is turned off. Remote computer is not available on the network.
Sir, which system are you using? Windows?
Yes, I'm using Windows. Yes, I'm using
Sir,
it.
I just give one more option. Let's try that option. If the RDP file is not working for you.
Okay, sure.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I'm using Mac OS. For that reason, I'm not able to deploy the virtual machine.
That wouldn't be an issue, ma'am. It's working for Mac as well.
Oh, okay. But I'm getting that error. It is not deployed. I'm following all the steps, but it is not deployed.
Ma'am, I'll check it, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
When
yes.
selecting for the size, it is coming as error. 1V CPUs are needed for this configuration. It's coming that when I select
Sir,
for
what
the
what is the reason that you have selected?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, all the faculty members, if you are getting an error for selecting B1S, what you can do, you can change the reason. Change your reason. It
So
might be the
once
case.
deployment. What am I supposed to do, sir?
Just a second, ma'am, I'm just going it through. So my virtual machine is completed. It is deployed correctly. I've clicked on accept.
No, sir. The size error that I was asking about. I mean, some other participant has also the same question. Like the size error I'm getting. What am I supposed to do?
Ma'am, what you need to do, and the faculty who is facing that error, ma'am, you need to change the region.
Change the region. Okay.
Change the region.
So
Change some other
once
region.
region,
Go to South India.
sir,
Go to
what
Australia. Go
region
to
you can
Sweden.
change it, sir?
South
Any
Central.
other region. Any region that you can.
Okay.
Okay, sir. I've changed the region and deployment is done. So if you can repeat the process once the deployment is done.
Ma'am, it would be difficult. If your deployment is done, click on go to resource.
Okay, go to resource. Okay.
Click on go to resource and
Sir, why, sir,
page will
I'm
appear.
getting the error, sir. Agent is not ready. What to do, sir?
No issues, ma'am. It will be working. No issues. If your agent is not working, no issues. It will be working. Just click on connect and click on simple connect. Download the RDP
Okay,
file.
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, hello.
Mine is completed, sir.
Hello, sir.
Just a second.
I-
Just a second. I hope my screen is visible to you. So once I'm repeating the step on here, once your deployment is complete, what you need to do, you need to click on go to resource. Click on go to resource. Right, a new tab, a new window will appear. There would be a button on left hand side. There would be a button connect. Click on connect. Then again click on connect. You will get two options. First is connect. Second is connect with Bayesian. So you need to click on connect. And then you need to click on download RDP file. Download RDP file. So once your RDP file is downloaded, what you can do, you can go to your local machine in the downloads folder and click on RDP file. Let me check if my system is working. Oh, it is terminated. Wait. I just need to. Okay, I'm now explaining you the second step. Right, there was an error. So the second step would be, first is downloading an RDP file. Second is you can see the public IP
Excuse
address
me,
here.
sir. Excuse me, sir.
Ma'am, just a second.
Excuse me, sir.
Ma'am, just a second. You
Ma'am.
can see the public IP address here. Copy this public IP address and in your system search for remote desktop connection. Remote desktop connection. right? And paste this IP address. Paste this IP address. This IP address that you have just copied, open remote desktop connection and paste this IP address and click on connect. It will give you the username that you have given at the time of creating a virtual machine, and it will be you will be required to give the password as well. That password was of your choice, and click on connect. Once this certificate window is appearing, click on yes. It will be start connecting your virtual machine. So here you can see we are into our virtual machine now. This is my username admin123. There was some issues with the network, I guess. Make sure you have a stable and good internet connection. If you do not have a,
it's still showing the same connection issue.
yes, here you can see the virtual machine is connected. This is my virtual machine for Windows 10.
So in my case, it's again giving the same message, remote desktop connection error.
Sir, just give me just give me some time. I'll make you the presenter, and you can present your screen, and I'll sort it out. No issues, sir. Just give me some time. Let me finish this practical. It's just 5 minutes left. The practical will be finished. You can write down the steps, sir. What steps need to be followed, so that you can repeat once your problem is resolved. Okay. So our practical was to create a virtual machine and host a web page, right? This was our practical. So our first thing is completed, which is creating a virtual machine. Now I want to host a web page. To host a web page, I need to enable one feature on my virtual machine, which is IIS. So what you can do, if your virtual machine is active now, just go to control panel. Go to control panel. Open the control panel. I request all the participants to please write down the steps if you are not here, right? Or if your control panel is open, click on programs. Click on programs. Click on programs. In programs and features tab, there is an option turn Windows features on or off. Turn Windows features on or off. Click on this. And to access the web page, there are two fields given to you: Internet Information Service, Internet Information Services, Hostable Web Core. You need to check them. Check them both. Internet Information Services, Internet Information Services, Hostable Web Core. Once you have checked both of them, click on OK.
So can you please mention the service name in the chat box?
That would be good. That would be good.
Was when you are running the virtual machine, the team window is not visible, right?
What is not visible, sir?
So whenever we are running a virtual machine, that is capturing the whole screen. So the team window is not visible. It will be better if you put that services name in the chat box so that we can keep a track on it.
The steps you want, sir, the steps to be followed?
No,
is it?
Only the services we need to turn on.
So the Internet Information Services and what next?
Okay.
Internet Information Services and what next?
Hello.
Natashan, can you put the services in the chat box?
Sir, now deployment is done, sir. Now in the left hand side, what we have to download, sir?
Sir, if your deployment is complete, click on Go to Resource.
Yes, sir.
And there is an option connect.
Yes, sir.
Click on connect. Click on connect. There are two options, connect and connect via Bayesian. So you need to click on simple connect, and in the new window, there will be an option of downloading an RDP file. You can download this RDP file. Okay, so you can see the windows completed the requested change. So I have added the features, need to close it. So once we have added the requested change, automatically a web page, a default web page is created in my local machine, right? I will let you know how to access that. Go to your folder, go to this PC, your file explorer. Go to your file explorer. Click on this PC. I request participants to please be on mute. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Sir, I'll give you the steps in the Word file. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm just completing the practical, then I'll take the queries. So once
So
your
please mute everybody, sir.
everyone, please mute yourself. Natation, can you please yes. So once your virtual machine is ready, once the features that you have tagged are ready, what you need to do, you need to go to your file explorer, click on this PC and go to Windows C drive. Right. In C drive, there is a folder inetpub. Inetpub. Go to this inetpub folder. There is a folder www root. Www root. Go to this www root and you can see by default, as soon as you have enabled Internet Information Services, one HTML page is created. Right. One HTML page is created. So now what I'll be doing, how to access this page, what you can do, just give me, my web page is available in my virtual machine. Copy this public IP address, copy the public IP address, and in your local machine, in your host machine, in your Google Chrome, open a new tab, and what you can do, you can paste the IP address and click. You will be able to get your web page, the web page that is created in the virtual machine. I am accessing that web page from my host machine. See, this is my host machine. This is my host machine, and the web page is in my virtual machine. Now this particular web page was created automatically when I had enabled the services for Internet Information Services. Now what happened? Then there might be a question, sir. I want to create one web page and I want to host that web page. How will I do that? So what you can do in this virtual machine, you can create one simple web page. I'm just giving a example. Open a notepad. And I will just simply write few lines of code in HTML. See, I have given the tags HTML. I have started head. I have given the title. If you can see, I have given the title. This is my first web page. Close the title, started the body, and just giving one line. Hi, my name is Shashank, and I have closed it. Close the body tag and close the HTML tag. Sorry, close the head tag first. Close the head tag and closed the HTML tag as well. Right? I hope the code is correct. Yes. Now save this file. And what you need to do, you need to save this particular file in the same folder. C drive, inetpub, www.root. Go to C drive. Go to C drive. Go to inetpub. Go to www.root. Now here is a catch. What you need to do, the file name that you will be giving here must be, the file name must be index. It will not accept any other name apart from index. Your file name must be index, the web page that you want to add. Then there must be some hyperlinks that is available. But the primary name, the primary page of your website should be index.html. Click on save. So as you can see here, my index.html is added in my virtual machine. Now go back to your local system. Go back to your host machine. Sorry. Go back to your host machine. This was the page. This was the IP address. Refresh it. See. Hi, my name is Shashank. So the web page that I've created in my virtual machine, I am able to access that virtual page or web page in my host machine. This is the content that I have put. Hi, my name is Shashank. You can design your website. You can design your page. This was just for an example that I have put a simple web page, and this is the title. This is my first web page. So this was the practical for virtual machine, where what we have done till now. We have created a virtual machine. We have hosted that virtual machine on Azure portal. We have created a web page, and we have accessed that web page that we had created on a virtual machine in my local host machine. This was the practical for Windows virtual machine. This is done.
So can you recap this, just the accessing of the web page?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, what you can do, you remember when we were creating the virtual machine, I have asked you to select HTTP with port number 80. So this is the reason, because I want to access the web page, and that web page can be accessed with the help of HTTP protocol. So what you can do, you can go to your virtual machine. You can copy the IP address, the public IP address available to you. 52. If I give you this IP address in the chat box, if I give you this IP address in the chat box, you will be able to also see. So this is my IP address. If you copy this IP address and open this IP address into your file or into your host machine, you will also get this. This is my first web page kind of a thing.
Shashank, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, I have already created that this thing. SG Joshi is there. So now, if I want to redeploy it, I have to create I have to start from the scratch, or I can even edit these things.
Sir, you can.
I got this IP, NSG, VNet, and 920. This thing after I searched it.
Okay.
So, and whenever I'm clicking on all the things, okay, I have tried all the 4 right now. Okay, redeployment this thing or editing these things is not available.
So, sir, it is getting deployed or not?
It's not getting deployed. That's why I'm trying to edit it, sir.
So have you checked the connection? Have you checked your connection? If it is
yeah, it is
properly?
good. It is good. I have tested the network also. Upspeed and outspeed is good.
Sir, once I have downloaded and deployed the virtual machine in my host machine, it's asking choose privacy settings for your device. What I have to do here?
What is the error, ma'am?
Choose privacy settings for your device, it's saying.
No required to select it.
But directly accept, I have to say?
Yes.
Sir, can you please repeat the steps for creating the website and hosting it?
Sir, I have created, I have entered to the file explorer, but I cannot find that inet and www root, sir.
Ma'am, I am writing the steps in the notepad file. Once your virtual machine is ready, so what you need to do, first step is open the control panel, select programs. Within programs, you need to select.
Sir, we are finding issues in deploying the machine also. So please take that also. I mean, we are not able to deploy it. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Sir,
if
I
the
have
machine is
this control panel thing I have completed, sir,
As you
but
told,
I am not
in
able to
case,
find that folder.
as you told, once you finish, you will be able to take up these doubts. We are not able
Sure,
to
ma'am,
deploy
sure.
the machine. There are certain
I'll
issues with it.
I'll take it, ma'am. I'll take it. Just give me
Second and thought, sir, because deployment itself is a issue here, and I don't want to create one more virtual machine here. One virtual machine is already created.
I understand, sir. Okay. Okay, give me okay, we have all the faculty members for your reference. We have this session at 2 p.m. which is Ask Me Anything session where I'll be taking your doubts. Right now it is 1:30. Saswatan, if you want to take up something, you can take, and then we'll connect back again at 2. It will be optional for the faculty members. Those faculty members who have any doubts, they can join the same link at 2 p.m. We'll take up the doubts.
Okay, sure, sir.
Sir,
We'll
when can
join
we
at
get
2
this iNet hub? Sir, please share the notepad. Sir, please share the notepad. The steps that you
I'll
were
share
writing.
it. I'll share, ma'am. I'll share.
And Shashank, is there any possible they can also do this practical on their own? Do they have any possibilities, or is it not possible?
They can do. I'll share the steps, and we will also be sharing the recording in the evening. So,
And is there any?
Participant.
Yeah, participant, please mute yourself. Participant, please.
Yes.
Is there? So, Shashank, do they have a cloud services also, right? In the evening also, if they want to practice, they have that options, right?
Yes. The cloud services will be available to the faculty members for 4 days.
For 4 days. Okay. So participants, I know like there are a lot of confusions are there, a lot of queries are there. Don't get panic. This is the first day. I know like since it's the first day, a lot of learnings are happening. When we are having a lot of learnings, a lot of confusion also will happen. So don't get panic. We will share you the recording around like 5 o'clock. Okay. And we will also share you the steps in the WhatsApp group. So you will have a time once you go back to your home, you can also try that. And if you don't get anything, maybe you can also connect tomorrow and we can also take your questions. But my only request is like, I know some of the people, the things are not working properly. So what you can do, you can refer to the recordings which will be shared before 5 o'clock, and then you can also do it on your own. But still, if you have any other question, we can also connect at 2 o'clock. So we will conduct the session at 2 o'clock, the same session, in the same link. It's not a mandatory session for all of you. In case if you feel like, hey, I have this doubt, I don't know how to do that, then you can join at 2 o'clock. You can quickly ask your question, and once your question is clarified, you can also go out of this link also, or go out of the meeting also. So it's basically a Ask Me Anything session, just to creating a platform for you to come in and ask your queries, and you can move out also. And now I'll be taking, so again, don't get panic. We have time, so don't worry about that. And
one thing,
yeah.
One thing, Saswatan. So all the faculty members, for your reference, the resources that you are creating, we will be deleting those resources in the evening. So it would not be like, hey, I had created the resource. We would be creating the resources so that it does not incur any cost, right? Because the more time they will be landing here in the Azure portal, they will be start pushing the cost. So we would be deleting all the resources towards the evening. If you want to practice in the evening, you can again come to the Azure portal and you can create a new resource. Saswatan.
Sir, please share the notepad. I mean the steps that you were showing.
I'll share, ma'am. I'll share, ma'am. I'll share.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, is there a problem if I'm sitting behind a firewall, because I'm still not able to connect to the virtual machine from my host computer? So,
sir, please check. If you, sir, are you connected with the college Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Sir, it might be due to this because we have seen in the past as well if the
I'm able to
because
open the shell, but I'm not able to connect using the RDP. So I've been able to open the bash shell, but it's not working with this remote desktop. Is there any
you are not
solution?
required to connect with Bastion. It will be simple connect, not with Bastion.
I did not connect with Bastion. I'm trying to connect it simply using the remote desktop, but I'm not able to
You have
connect
downloaded
it.
the RDP file. Are you able to download the RDP file?
Yes, I have done that. I've connected to the shell now. I just wanted to confirm whether my VM is up or not. It's working, and but I'm not able to connect to, using the remote desktop. Is there any solution for that?
Sir, I don't think there is any error. It might be due to the internet. That's it. So I
Sir,
don't see any
after
error in that. If you're able to download.
So sorry,
Sir,
Shashank.
after
I'm sorry to stop in
downloading
between,
the
ma'am. I'm
RDP
extremely
file,
sorry,
what
ma'am. I'm
are we
extremely
supposed
sorry.
to
It's
do?
already like 1:30 or 1:40. Ma'am, I know, sir. I know there are a lot of queries out there. I'm extremely sorry to stop you in between, but we still have time. We also have a separate session at 2 o'clock. You can also join in and solve your queries because a lot of other people are also waiting. It's 1:40 now, so it's time to close the session. But again, don't get angry on me. Like you may feel like why this person is like interrupting me. It's not like that. Just to like understanding all our time. We're just closing this session in next 10 minutes. But again, you can also join our AMA session, that is like Ask Me Anything session at 2 o'clock and clarify doubts. And it does not mean that you have to join only at 2 o'clock. It will be there till 2:45. Even you can join at 2:30 and you can clarify your doubt and you can also go out of this link. So we are just creating this process just to save all our time. But again, I'm extremely sorry to cut you in between, but we will definitely solve your queries. Don't get panicked. And now I'll take the last 5 to 10 minutes once again to talk about the LMS, and I'm not going to take any queries now, but I'll tell you like some of the process so that like the queries will be fixed like before 5 o'clock if there is any query. Now I'm going to share my screen. I know like there are a lot of people have joined this WhatsApp group now. So what I'm doing now, I'm again once again I'm posting the. I hope like my screen is visible to all of you. This is our WhatsApp group which we're maintaining. Again, I have mentioned the LMS registration link here. There are almost like 600 people have already registered this LMS. So please, those people ignore this message. For others who have joined newly, who have no idea what is this LMS, here we are mentioning the link again. You can also go and register in the LMS. So once you register, what you have to do, we will approve your LMS registration from the backend. We have already approved like 600 registrations. If you're registering now, give us time till 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock also, you can put your attendance. So now I'll tell you how to mark your attendance in LMS. Okay. Again, we are recording this session. We will also share you this recording. If you have any doubt also, you can also go back and check your recordings. So now once you click this link, you will come here and you have to just go click login. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about how to log in this. So login, and I'm just putting my login ID, that is like saswathan@gmail.com, and my password is like test@1234. Okay. So once you put that, the screen will be visible like this, and you have to go to the self attendance. And once you go there, here there will be a button called Mark Me Present. That button will be appear only for those who have not marked it. So for example, I have already marked my attendance and it is mentioned as present. So that is the reason the button has disappeared. So again, if I open tomorrow, the button will be appeared and I have to click this, Mark Me Present. Once I click that, again, the button will be disappeared automatically and you can see your present here. Okay, so now for the next 4 days, it is blank because on a daily basis, I have to mark this. And today you can take time till 5 o'clock also to mark this attendance. But from tomorrow onwards, you have to do this between 9:30 to 2 o'clock or maximum 2:30. We will not accept any other attendance if you're marking after 2:30. Okay. And again, this attendance is very, very mandatory to get your certificate. In case if you don't have a minimum 3 days of attendance, then you will not get your certificate. And now I know like a lot of people may have some sort of like challenges. What you can do now, this is a separate sheet. In the morning, we have created some cloud sheet. People are saying like, I'm not able to access it. I'm not able to edit it. So what I've done, I have created a Google Sheet now. So Google Sheet is very friendly to use and which can be used in mobile phone, laptop, desktop, everything. So I'm going to share this link in the chat box now. Okay, I am doing it in front of all of you. So please use this sheet only for LMS. For example, see, people are saying like my Outlook is not working, so please help me out. So this sheet is only for LMS. And again, if you see like there was one person who is marked as in black color. So please mention it properly so that it will be easy for me to copy and check the status. I've already fixed some of the queries. For example, if you see like Sarita Kumari has mentioned her mail ID, I checked that. And I have also changed the password once again, and I also tried this password. It is working. So I will also mention my comment here. So please mention your queries properly here. By end of today, I will also solve all your problems. Okay. And yeah, there are a lot of people are mentioning, for example, this mail ID. When I was checking this Ishani Saha mail ID, this is actually not registered in the LMS itself. So you have to register in the LMS first, and then if you're finding any challenges, then put your mail ID here. And then I can also take all your questions. And please avoid individual WhatsApp to any of us, because we are also occupied with all the other work and we may not be in the position to respond to your WhatsApp. So in case if you're not responding to your WhatsApp, you may think like we are not respecting you or we are not like considering you. That kind of thought process will come. So kindly understand us, because we also occupied with other work. So please avoid sending individual WhatsApp. Even if you send us, sometimes we may also miss that or we may miss to respond to you. Please don't mistake us. But please use this sheet to check. I mean, put all your LMS related queries. So with this, like I hope like all your.
Where will we get the recordings? I mean, will it be in the portal or?
I'll be posting that in the WhatsApp group, ma'am. We will be uploading this recording and in the YouTube channel, and we will also share the link in the YouTube channel. I mean, in the link you can also open and access that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, again, I have one query.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, on LMS we have this option of assignment.
Wait.
So every staff session we are supposed to do the assignment.
Ma'am, I'm not able to. Ma'am, I'm just muting all. Ma'am, you can unmute and you can speak again, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can tell me now, ma'am. And others, if you don't have any question, ma'am, just one. Others, if you don't have any question, you can also take leave. Officially, we are closing day 1, and we can also stop the recording. Natation, we can also stop the recording. So officially, we are done with the day 1. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, yes, ma'am, you are saying something. Tell me, ma'am. Nitika.